Hey, hey. Should be live.
Okay. I don't know what to say now.
Hey, hey. Me neither. That's why I said, hey, hey. How's my lead in? I was trying to like set up somebody else. I really should have started. Let me start again. I'll try my best.
This is the censored version of the Battlestations meetup or meeting. Nobody talks.
It is funny
Just
when it's
3 hours of silence.
We got a chart. We got Brian's chart up. We're doing good.
Today, like never before, I've seen this only once in 2 years, but never. We have just touched the 30-minute top of the range, and now we're going to 1 million.
You know, I think you're right. Looking at the 1 minute chart here, I can definitely see that a crash is coming.
And there it just happened, and now the crash is over. Now we're back to it.
It's a I don't know. It's very attractive the way that is. It's like for taking the piss.
Well,
but that's the power of it. It sticks in your brain that you just can't get rid of it.
Yeah,
I can't remember how long ago since I watched one of those.
It's so sad too, because that's the shit that people love on YouTube. It's weird.
Oh yeah, it exploded.
It's just
it really did explode. Yeah.
The world's a strange place. I suppose if you think about it like anything else, it's just like marketing any other thing.
Attention span, yeah.
It's weird in trading though, because I always think about this. It's like 90% of the traders are going to watch that, but you also don't want to be like 90% of the traders. So it's like, it's just like a weird thing. So it's a funny thing to market, because the more you become that person that's marketing it in that way, it's like you're actually just attracting the 95% or 90% of the people that are going to lose money.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, how does that sustain? I don't know. Time will tell, I guess.
Yeah, it's weird because, like in other things, like if you make the best car and market that, at least like the buyer's getting the best car. Mm-hmm. It's weird, like the best product doesn't always win in trading. That's for sure.
Well, that's the same thing for the market too. Most of the time, what ends up happening at the tops of markets is guys come in with insane fucking marketing budgets.
Yeah.
But they don't have a product. And so what ends up happening is they fucking shill the shit out of the product. And they might make $1 million selling the product, but the product's shit.
Yeah.
That's usually what happens at the top of almost every single cycle.
No.
So it's actually very normal. If anything, the sad part about it is, I'm assuming you're talking about that German guy?
Yeah, or just all of them, really. But yeah, he's one of
them. He is a hallmark of the market. But what we have to do is we have to get to the point where you're standing outside of the box and you see him and you go, well, that's part of the landscape. That's actually what's supposed to happen. If you don't have that guy there, then there's no way you're going to be able to get prices bid up.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, that's
same
a good
thing
way
with Elon and Doge. And here's the thing, right? And it's kind of funny with Doge. Does the dog wag the tail or does the tail wag the dog? So I would argue that Doge was a tail.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody's focused on Doge and Mr. Dickhead, the other Barnum and Bailey guy. These guys they're like little circus sideshows.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is Musk even looks like one of those carnival barkers, right? Doesn't he? He does kind of look like it. And you could see Da Vinci. He's one of the carnival barkers, and he is part of that German guy, right? German guy. He's not one of the carnival barkers.
Oh man, we
The
should make.
irony of it all is that the whole fucking thing, I think, was lifted, and nobody really paid attention to the actual story of why the market was lifted. That's the interesting thing I find about all of this. And that crypto guy, he hasn't got a fucking clue about this. He can't even wrap his head around the concept. He's so amateur. And he actually believes that Bitcoin rallied because of Bitcoin. Now that's how naive this space is.
Yeah.
So irritating. I mean, Willy Woo and all these guys—they're all in love with what did Bitcoin do? They're all convinced that it's Bitcoin that's moving this. It has nothing to do with Bitcoin.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the tragedy of this. I could go up and I could market Schlurm. 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 SLLERM. Schlurm. It'll solve all your problems in your life.
I'm
If
long
I happen to have the product and it's associated with a certain type of product that's moving in the market, I could make $1 billion marketing Schlurm. It doesn't really matter.
No, and get a decent market maker, and you can basically put the price wherever you want it.
Pretty much, yeah. Well, and I think that's what's really scary. And I think, are you guys still all on Binance, or are you gone now?
No,
because the writing's on the wall, boys.
I especially got out of Tether as well, because they're the biggest Tether fucking exchange out there. So
isn't Bittrex also using Tether?
Yeah, Bittrex is, but they have Tether.
I don't have any money in Tether. I have actually it in US dollars. Bittrex uses US dollars.
USD as well, yeah.
I got some Tether, but actually Bittrex, cool enough. Bittrex just recently added like Stripe or whatever, so actually I can make like fast deposit and withdrawals without a bank wire fee now. They used to charge me a bank wire.
I get
but now, just recently, like a couple weeks ago, I can just.
Whatever it's worth, I get the impression that Trex has been chosen as one of the survivors.
I like Trex, man. People talk shit about it, but I like it. Just needs more people.
That makes perfect sense for 1% plan, right? The 1% is going to make whatever. It's kind of like. Did any of you guys clue into why I think that the crypto market was lifted here recently?
I mean, the Coinbase IPO for one.
Yeah, IDO. How many hundreds of fucking billions of dollars? How many stimmy checks did it take to get that just was transferred from one group of public to the 1%?
How many stimmy? How many stimmy? That's a good song.
That is a good song.
How many stimmy? How many stimmy does it take?
Is that Kevin? It
is me. I'm just singing.
How many what?
Stimmy.
I was like, where's the coming from?
Stimmy. How many stimmy?
How many stimmy? Is that actually a song?
It is now.
Give me the stimmy.
Give me the stimmy.
Make you famous. Hey, we got J-Lo booty top. We got Give Me the Stimmy. We got Kevin and his cell phone.
My phone's dead. It just shows me the Apple sign. It's funny how a phone will just all of a sudden become a brick. You're like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's because you called you called the phone the wrong name.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that with a girl? Been with a girl and called her the wrong name in bed?
Oh boy.
That's trouble. You got it. What's your iPhone's name?
I've never named it actually.
I think I was supposed to be doing a summary here, so I get.
Sorry, we got plenty of time.
I think we're recording, aren't we?
We are recording, yeah.
I think I'm gonna put on here, since we're recording, themes of 21. So we got J-Lo. How do you spell that? J-A-Y, like that? Low booty tops.
Well, these are actually the themes of the Bitcoin rally.
No, that's talking. These are our themes.
Oh, I thought we were talking about what. I thought we were talking about what made Bitcoin go up.
Kevin effing with his cell phone. Yeah, give me the Timmy.
That's a
And of course, Brian yells at walls.
at the Great
or at
Wall.
trains.
Brian yells at the Great Wall.
That's good.
Yeah, at the Great Wall, even better. The Great Wall.
Nice.
I'm just having fun with you guys. Yeah, like I even said this with Karan when we were both on earlier this morning. If you don't laugh, you're gonna cry, so you might as well laugh.
Definitely.
Okay, so my market summary. I don't know, is anybody even watching this? It's kind of funny when you go over to the YouTube page to just see who's over there. It's funny if there's anybody even over there.
There's a few people.
No way.
Kevin Miller said he's long and schlurm.
Schlurm. Hey, look at that. So, yeah, somebody's long and schlurm as we speak.
That sounds, man, talk about marketing. There's a slogan right there. Long and schlurm. Who's long and schlurm?
Kevin Miller. Is that you?
No.
You're Kevin.
No,
Miller.
that's another Kevin.
Oh, we got a lot of different Kevins on.
There's
and
a couple.
Astra Brad. Hey, totally appreciate your dog in this, dude. I think you were in here once or twice and we kicked you out of here. So anyway, awesome to see you on YouTube page. That's great. Okay, so I do like the idea of doing like a nice little look first thing in the morning. It's about 5:57 on the West Coast, probably about maybe a half an hour after I would have liked to have done it, but shit happens. I guess the pit session's coming up here. I don't know. Does the ES pit session open at 5:30 or 6 o'clock? I can't remember.
It's a half an hour.
9:30 New York. What's that?
6 o'clock?
9:30 New York. So
9:30.
Yeah, 6:30 your time.
That's retail. That's retail.
Oh,
I'm
retail.
talking
Yeah,
about the futures markets. When do the
an
futures
hour
markets
before. Yeah. Oh no, the futures markets are open all night.
No, because that's Globus. I'm
Yeah,
talking about the day pit session. When does it start?
I think an hour before. Yeah.
So
I'm not 100%, but
I
I
don't
think
know whether
5:30.
I don't know whether they're trading or not, but
It's when you get the volume kick, anyways. So it must be.
Yeah, it seems like an hour
I mean,
before.
good
Yeah,
point.
an hour before the New York opening.
So when we switch over from Globex to regular pit session, day trading session, that's sort of when the official day begins. Usually, and I can't remember. I think the currencies actually open up at 5:30 my time. I can't remember when ES opens. It's either 5:30 or 6 o'clock. Anyway, so here we are, Monday morning. I think this inverted head and shoulders that I mapped out last week, I think that target is still in play. I don't see any reason why that won't be hit. Didn't really hear anything too controversial out of Biden over the weekend, so I don't think there's any shocks there. And I think he's slowly building his coalition and his stimulus plan. And the interesting thing with Biden is he's a good politician, so he understands how the game is played, and he's out there just buying votes right now. And my hunch is he's going to get that stimulus package in one form or another. He's actually a pretty good politician. He knows how to play the game. So with that said, I don't really see the market breaking here today. Currencies, I see a bit of a top coming in on the commodity currencies after, getting their thumping last week. So I don't see any change there. It's not like there's going to be some huge shock to the system. US dollar was kind of topping out there a little bit. But it looks like it's stabilizing off of 78.6. Be interesting to see if this was off of any foggy levels. So if we go boopity boop. I got a funny feeling this was like a 2.618. I seem to recall it is. Yeah. So really, actually, I think 91.65 actually looks to be like a bullish pivot here in the short term, somewhere in there. I'm not quite sure where we're going to measure it off of here, but I did pick this little battle zone. Or you could do that one as well. So I think what ended up happening here is the market pushed up beyond it, and actually that ended up acting as support on the other side. So if that's the case, then really, probably we should expect, probably first things first, let's expect a test of this high. And probably if we go down to like sort of like the 10-minute chart, my hunch is, yeah, there it is. If I do foggy boggies off of this battle zone, that's probably going to start telling us where resistance should come in. So let's go back there. I think that was that a daily chart we were looking at? Yeah, there we go. All right, so foggy boggies off of this. A test, test of the railroad tracks highs. That's where the market's actually projecting in my eyes that it wants to take out that high. And then interesting, 2 foggy boggies, both lining up right at that 93.30 area. That's a test of that high in earnest. Also, too, notice 2.618 is basically the gapping level. So I don't know. Looking at that, looking at US dollar index, I think there's more US dollar index strength ahead of us, just in the short term, not weakness. We'll see how this plays out. So back to the stock market. You know, I know it's going to sound weird, but there was a, last greed cycle, the US dollar index and stocks went up, and US treasuries went up, all in unison. We might go back into that world, folks. You never know. So there's that head and shoulders of inverted head and shoulders. We should probably write that out. Inverted. That's way up there, right? That's 93.20 and a quarter. Friday's day trade setup that I walked through. The breakout was here. We had actually the little. Oh no, I beg your pardon. Friday was here. We had a fast little entry window right on the retail open. 2 candles there on Friday. I didn't have the balls to have the order sitting right at the bot level. This is often why I like having the order at the bot level. But anyway, it's gone. I have a rule about 15 minutes before the Friday session closed. Actually, every day, Monday to Friday. You notice down here, 12:45. Got to close the position out. Just you can't even take a chance. 15 minutes before, if you're in the position, close it out. So you can see this candle was all over the place. And my hunch is those were those day traders all scrambling to close out their positions. I happen to just have the open here marked, but it really wouldn't matter where this was printed. That was the end of the day. So I often find that the trade the next day will set up often at that similar level, because the pit traders, they want to be long and they want to capture as much of this move up to this objective as possible. So lo and behold, this was interesting. Market pushes higher. This is after the market on Friday, and so this is all like now Sunday. In our price action. Here we are, 28th right now of June, now Monday. And notice the consolidation. And when I do my bot level, it's interesting how the exit and the entrance of today are almost exactly the same level. I don't think that's an accident. So my setup, because I'm chicken shit, all that kind of stuff, you can see the bot levels here, 42, 74 and 3/4. I don't like to take these kind of trades ahead of the trend line break. It's good to see that the trend line is breaking now. Now that the trend line has broken, if anything, what I'd love to see is maybe just a nice, quiet, something like that. Might be able to sneak in. Or maybe if I'm really lucky, we get like a nice pullback, something deep like that. That would be best. So I am thinking long. I'm thinking, how do I get into this market? Looking for 42.93 and a half today. Before the pit session open, like I said, I don't know whether we had that pit session open or not. But before, we were sitting down here, and I was like, oh, fucking A, this is setting up really nice. And unfortunately, we pushed straight up. So now we're looking at this kind of scenario. So this down here, unfortunately now, this was my look that I posted first thing this morning. That's off the table. So can I take a trade right here? The way I really like this trading plan that I've got developed now. At this point, if I have my levels and I'm interested, I'm just going to simply drill down to the 3-minute, and I'm just going to follow all the momentum and shit that I teach you guys in the school program. So you can see their last entry off of 3-minute was this double bottom. You can see the little double bottom. You can see the W's. You can see Willie, stupid, all that kind of stuff. Nothing really to work with right now. And gee whiz, coming into now we have the pit session open. And now we're going to have the retail session open in 25 minutes. My hunch is we're going to do something like this over the next hour or two. So you can already start to see the divs are already building. Willie isn't quite stupid, but he's getting there, and he's probably going to do something like this and then break. No real failure yet in RSI, but you can see. I mean, he's slowly working his way up, and now we've even got like a nice little M. And I get the feeling this 6 o'clock candle must have been that pit session open, because look at that M that just came in on MACD right on that 6 o'clock bell. So something must have happened there. So you can see right now, at the very least, the bulls have been, like if you follow my MACD thinking from the school program, although it's awfully hard to see, the bulls have been told to cool their jets. So as soon as this, if this goes and W's out, and we get a nice little W action in here, I might try and sneak my way in to play that move up to 42.93. So that's my look here this morning. All right, sure hope you got some value out of that. Next.
That was awesome. Thanks.
Nice.
I like what you're saying about opening the market up right at the same level.
That's sick, eh?
As it
and I
closed
see
out.
that so often. It drives me nuts.
Something to keep in mind for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think that they're stair-stepping the market up to this big upside objective, and so they don't want to leave. They'll go, okay, fine, after hours, guys, and Sunday kids, fine, they can go fuck around with it. But this market better be right back where I left it on that fucking New York Open Monday morning. That car better be in the garage. Better be a full tank of gas, and there better not be any dings. Yeah. I've talked about this in crypto before, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely. Yep. Same.
All right, I'm done. I'm gonna go fill my coffee up. Hope you enjoyed the show. Try the veal. From the
Try the
kitchen.
Schlurm. This episode was sponsored by Schlurm. And if you're interested in Schlurm and like our product, consider joining our ICO.
Yeah. Slurm Inc. Yeah, Kieran, you wanna
I have nothing
Okay.
ready. I'm literally
Ah,
just
okay.
putting levels on my chart now. So if you go ahead,
okay,
and
okay. Yeah.
I should be ready by the time you're finished.
All right. Yeah, I can do a quick look on gold if you can then add to it if you want.
Go for it.
So let's change this to a 20-tick chart.
I don't see your screen. Oh, wait. Yeah, I do. Let's see.
Oops.
Hold on.
Oops.
No, I got you. Never mind.
So yeah, not too much happening actually. So we've been in this range already a week or something. Yeah, basically we're just consolidating in this somewhat maybe $20 range here. And now we just came to the bottom of the range. You can see it right here. It looks like we're gonna move up back to the top of the range. So yeah, and let's change it to an 8-tick chart. I mean, the higher time frame trend is still bearish, but for now we're just consolidating. You can see they came down here, ran those stops down below, did put in this little head and shoulders or inverted head and shoulders, ran the stops, and now they're continuing up. So where can we basically get long here? I like this level right here. So this one right here is basically resistance turning into support for a bit of an aggressive long, or this yellow line right here. which aligns with this little structural level right here, which leads to the move to the upside. And the target should be maybe this this right leg of this double top, or if you might even consider this 5-day value high as a target. Keep in mind we are having summer markets, so keep your targets conservative, and I think it's not the time to have a runner on. I mean, I haven't looked at ES, but it looks bullish. Yeah, but it takes a long time for its movement. So basically, again, gold did break out bullishly now out of this basically tiny little range down here. And I'm at least looking for a long at some of these areas. Let's see what happens. So that's it for me.
Very nice. Let's see, I can just go real quick if Kieran's not around.
Sweet,
nice.
thanks, Kevin. Yeah, I'm still fucking around.
I mean, I don't have tons to say. Let's see here.
With your cell phone?
Dude, my cell phone is literally just dead. It was working like 2 hours ago, and now it's just like dead. Just shows the Apple
I can
sign.
make your Ryan smile. I've won. My day's over. I'm happy. I'm out of here, folks.
Just as well I wasn't. I forgot my camera was on.
Okay, let's see here. All right, I think I should be on YouTube. Let's see, what can I say about the rest of the day? Still up at 88.6 of this range, and I noticed this megaphone came in last night. Basically, the strong selling dumped into the trend line here, and then they bounced it super hard overnight, and it's just been rallying since. Kind of at the midpoint of that range and at 88.6 again here. And really, there's like indicator confirmation that we're bearish. You know, RSI and MACD divs and M's in RSI here, and Willie's stupid, but Willie hasn't lost stupid yet, but could. So it's weird because like this looks bearish, but the market doesn't seem to want to go down. It doesn't want to break down really.
That's the 4 hour, right?
This is a 4 hour chart, yeah.
Yeah, that looks dangerous, eh?
Yeah, and of course the all-time high is right up here. And then of course this high is a pretty important high too, I think. So I mean, the chances of it coming up and testing here this week seems reasonable. I don't know. We'll see. It just doesn't seem to want to break. Let's see, like the medium trend for me is just up and entering into a squeeze, which is good. We're pointing up in general, and I would expect this to kind of cool off and just consolidate, maybe put in a W and actually start trying to take off. And so then as far as trades today, I probably won't even be trading today, it looks like, but what can I say about this? Let's see. So volatility rolled over back here on this purple line, and we did just come up and get into the bands again. And I would, the trend is trying to turn up. It's been, it was up back here and it's been sideways through here and it was trying to roll over here. And this morning, like the VWAP, it was like banging against the VWAP. And even right here, I was looking at it thinking maybe it would actually start trying to break down. But nonetheless, it pushed through the VWAP and I'm not in a squeeze yet here. I just basically had the last breakout is winding down right now. So I would expect price to stay in the bands for a bit. And hopefully, eventually you'll see something like this where we coming down into this level and get squeezed tight, and that'll set up the trade for me. And so right now, that's not like normally. I've noticed they usually try to set this up before the market opens. Like over all last week, it was working out really nicely. Where excuse me, where the squeeze would come in like an hour and a half or 2 hours or even a little more right before the open. And then by the time the open happened, I mean, last Friday was crazy because all this chaos in here. It was just like fucking banging around a lot before it tried to go up and then it dumped. That was the breakout in this case. Cause like, keep in mind, these volatility breakouts can go either way, really. So nonetheless, like they didn't set that up this morning. So far, we have 15 minutes till New York Open. We're not anywhere near getting down to these levels. So I'm just waiting. We'll see what happens. Hopefully we just kind of go sideways and set up the trade, maybe even for tomorrow. But at this point, we'll just see how it goes. It's fine with me. I'm not really feeling too sharp to trade anyway, so I'm just kind of watching. So that's Russell. But what I did notice on the ES, though, just to show you guys, is we did get a squeeze breakout on the ES this morning. So looks like they're not going to come anywhere back near to my level. But, you know, we did get the breakout here like about 20 or 30 minutes ago, the 5-minute chart, and it looks bullish. I would prefer to be a buyer down here. It doesn't look, you know, maybe I just put this on here. We'll see how it goes as a paper trade, but maybe they scoop me up here on the open and then shoot it up. So we'll just see how that goes. And that's about it. I haven't looked at anything else.
Sweet. 2 seconds. I'm nearly ready. Not a lot to say really, anyways, but I'll get to it now. Gold wise, probably won't trade it myself today. Let me screen share now. Unless we get to a major point for me, I think it's best to leave it alone. I think I'll just sit on alerts. Let me pick the screen. Yeah, this is the one I think. Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty, you should be good to go.
Cool. Just squeeze it up for a second. So not a lot to do really with gold until it does something. Just get my arrows on. So top of the range, 97.9. Bottom of the range, 61.2. Can't trade in this middle area. I'm just tracking it to see what's happening, but you do not want to be trading anywhere between, ultimately, anywhere between 83 and 73, call it. You just want to stay away from it. It is performance structure. There's no harm tracking it for information, but to be honest, you're better off staying away from it, in my opinion. You're only going to get chopped up. Best case scenario is you come down into the lows or into the green areas of interest down here at the bottom or close to the bottom of the range, wait for that structural reversal. But we're basically just, if I can squeeze it up a little bit more, let me turn it into a bigger chart. If you can go for 10 here. See it a bit clearer. Best to just stay away from it until it gets back down into these levels, to be honest. Nothing to do. It's coiling here. There's a little bit of trading probably coming in, but I don't see anything really, to be honest. I don't want to do anything in here. If I get up into these highs, I'd start to consider it a short opportunity, or even into these highs, I'd start to consider it a short opportunity. So into the 86, 87 area, maybe where this previous one failed to go down, kind of a tag up into this area, sweep this high, might set up a short, but yeah, I don't like it. I'd prefer it to be higher and closer to the top of the range personally, and wait for that fail to come in, and vice versa to the downside. I prefer to at least be close to this 68, 69 area to consider the long. Now that's not to say I wouldn't consider long off the other green levels, as long as decent structure comes in, and vice versa to the upside. Being closer to the highs, basically, even the most recent high, but being careful, obviously, and staying entirely away from the middle of the range here. So that's it for me, basically, on gold. Until we do something, either we break below the bottom of the range, then I'll look for that continuation, and vice versa. If we break above the range, then I'll look for that potential bounce to the upside. But sideways, choppy range, be careful. As Daniele said, take your profits quick, and that's about it from gold. Yeah. Oh, let's put it back to 5.
Cool.
Yeah, nothing really to do. Typical summer, basically. Nothing to fucking do here. Even even Bitcoin is a little bit similar.
Oh yeah, it looks.
With a little bit of a bounce here and there, but very slow at the same time. Very, very similar. It's acting very similar to gold at the moment, which is normally it's more like the equities, but I guess I haven't really looked at them, so I don't know. I'm actually planning maybe if it stays like this, I'm just going to go back and trade sim in replay for keeping fresh, basically, more than anything else.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
On 20x speed.
Yeah,
I love doing that, just watching it super fast.
Yeah.
I'm such an impatient person. It's like I have to, but I don't know if it's helpful or not.
Yeah.
It's funny. See if I can program my brain just like.
Like in the Matrix.
Yeah.
Where
Dude,
you
it's
learn
not a bad idea,
flying a
though.
helicopter.
It's not a bad idea though, like to just tell, like Kevin, if you're dealing with level 1ers or something, just tell them, look, go find when MACD or RSI or something puts in a JLo booty bottom. Then go down to the 1 minute and then just hit play on hyperspeed.
Yeah, totally. That is a good
see what
idea.
happens,
I mean, in a weird way, it's like building muscle memory for like how just watching
Yeah.
price actions. Like
big time. Yeah.
That's not a bad idea, Kevin.
No.
That's not bad. Especially when you're practicing.
Yep.
This feels like the long, slow grind of death. And then all of a sudden, I think there's going to be like and actually we're coming into the retail open here, right?
Yep.
What are the bonds doing? Are they getting whacked? I haven't even looked at them. Where are they? Where are you, bonds? Bonds.
dun 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 dun. The Bonds. 007 James Bonds.
Actually, isn't that interesting? Like that used to be like a whole subset of our culture.
Yeah,
To
it's weird.
spy and to cheat and to steal.
I mean, spy
Like,
movies.
did you guys
for sure.
remember that used to be a show on TV? And I remember that when I was a kid. What the hell was it called? Mission Impossible.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Wait,
Every
was I
single
singing
week, they had
Mission
to try and
Impossible or
do
James
some-
Bond? I don't even know.
No, you said James Bond.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
All of a
yeah,
sudden, I
you
was
said James
confused.
Bond.
I don't really.
Because
I
we were
remember
talking about
Mission
Bond.
Impossible, but I don't really remember watching it. Do you remember the A Team? Or was that what it's called? The A Team?
Oh, that was 80s catch. What do they call that?
Great.
I guess it wasn't really.
Smoke.
That wasn't like spy related. It was more like they always had they had a mission.
That's right.
Well, it's so funny about A-Team is that nobody
were
ever got hurt in any episode. So if you watch like all of the car crashes and all that kind of shit, they always show that the car would like flip over and then the guy would get out of the car and walk away, right? But the bad guy would be all like staggering and stuff like that, but he didn't get hurt.
That's hilarious.
Friendly TV.
It was so catch. I mean, it was there's a word for it. Catch isn't the right word. It's campy. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like
yeah, totally.
it was almost like it was the nostalgic look back of the Vietnam people painted in the most like sort of idealistic plastic sort of way.
Yeah.
It was terrible TV.
I want to watch it now, actually, but I also want to watch Mission Impossible. I just want to see what those look like now. They're probably so funny.
That was interesting. Those shows actually had a little bit of intellect. Like Leonard Nimoy, he was on Mission Impossible.
MacGyver is another
Yeah,
one.
MacGyver was like another one. He's like gonna fucking fix. I don't know if there's a problem or if there's not a problem, he's gonna find one to fix somehow. It's like there always had to be something that he had to fix.
Or Quantum Leap. Did you ever see that?
Oh yeah, that was a weird one.
Quantum Leap.
It was an interesting generation in TV shows, but I mean, very different. Like that was with that guy, and he had a big nose. What was his name? He did a lot in Hollywood. Like he had a long career. Super popular. Who's
I don't know.
the leader of the
MacGyver became
Quantum
the
Leap guy?
Stargate guy, didn't he? I think.
Yeah. I mean, that guy, man. He's,
Oh, yeah,
he's
Stargate.
just done one role after another, after another, right? He's had quite a career.
Oh, right.
And they're
Yeah.
all
What's
those
that guy's
sort of
name?
cheesy B kind of shows. Nothing like really star. Wasn't he? What was the? And
Wait,
like,
was he in? He
the
was
last decades. Yeah, that guy. I think that's who are you looking at?
Oh, I don't. I was looking
What's
at
his
this
name?
dude. That guy.
Yeah, that's his name. What's that guy's name?
I don't know. I was trying to figure it out. I don't know what his name is.
McKinley.
He looks like a McGinley. What's his name? Scott Bakula. Oh yeah, Scott Bakula.
That's him. Man, he has had a long career. He has done like so many of these long running shows. He did like a Star Trek show.
Yeah,
I think
he
he also
looks so
did like one
familiar.
of these, like the last decade with the War on Terror. All the fucking Americans, you all went like fucking super military. Isn't that, like there was like Navy SEAL shows and,
Totally.
CIA show. And
I mean, back like in the 80s, there was always like some, the protagonist was always like, or what, like the bad guys were always like Russian for a while in the 80s, and then they were German for a while, and then they turned to Russian, and then that's how like American movies were always portrayed. Now it's and then now it's like terrorists. Now it's like Arabs,
so at the end of the Cold War, they kind of ran out of bad guys, eh?
That's fucked up.
So there was a vacuum, do you remember what was those movies with Bruce Willis? The guy was blind,
Die Hard.
Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Yeah. So after the Cold War, there was kind of like a vacuum for bad guys. Like who's the bad guy? Who's the bad guy? And so they would like be stretching to try and figure out who the hell the bad guy. Who could they stereotype as?
Yeah, they have to.
And that's it. Remember, like it was literally like international kind of secret evil network kind of thing, right? But it didn't fly.
It's funny. We're just like going through all of them, but then they got into like natural disasters became the bad guy for a while. Like all those like twisters and there's so many movies about natural disasters.
Yeah, well, Helen Hunt. Do you remember Helen Hunt? And she did a movie about them chasing tornadoes.
Yeah,
that was total 90s. And
was
then,
that Twister?
And then we found the bad guy, didn't we? Right? Year 2000, 2001, we found the bad guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
September 11th.
And that's what I mean. Like Scott Bakula, I think he had a TV series where he was also one of those, I'm the attorney general, or I'm the NCIS guy or whatever, right? And I'm gonna come and get you because you're the bad guy. I think he did one of those shows. I seem to remember. So now we've kind of beaten the Arabs into the ground. Who's the bad guy now?
I mean, that's a good question. That's an interesting
question.
I think the world's looking for the bad guy. I got a funny feeling it might be a really sweet cartoon character that I grew up with, which really sucks because he was like, I've got one of his buddies on my couch here. And now he's going to turn into the bad guy.
Actually.
Brilliant.
It turns out that motherfucking bear was evil all along. Yeah, it turns out honey actually cures cancer. Now he's hoarding all the honey. Let's get him.
Himself and Bigglesworth are going to try anyways.
Bigglesworth, that's a good guy. Well, I don't know. I get the impression Bigglesworth has pulled this off. Like I put out a tweet. Did you see the tweet that I put out?
No.
Yeah, probably not bad. Good idea, not bad. Paul O'Brien's crazy tweet. But Bigglesworth owns the system.
Seems
So,
to be how
you
he
can't
managed
really
to
get rid of
connected.
him.
I don't know. It's crazy.
You know, like this was my tweet that I put out the other day. There he is in all his glory.
Market open.
And I don't know who this guy is, but that sure looks like a Canadian politician if I've ever seen one. Am I screen sharing?
Yeah, I got you on.
Well done.
I mean, I'm not quite sure. I think this guy is a Canadian politician. And there's Bigglesworth. And he owns all of our asses, cocksucker. Probably, you know, if I was, you know, in the West and worried about actually being assassinated, I probably should be more worried about him than I should be about Winnie. Then, of course, there's our crypto expert.
75.
Actually, this makes perfect sense, right? This is why crypto is going to save us all. This makes perfect sense. There's your financial advisor.
Totally.
And the funny thing is
I love his shoulder pads though.
and,
Those things are
but his
badass.
look is getting old, eh? You can even see on it like the jowls.
Oh man, that's yeah.
That's funny.
He has a little drawn on like 6-pack.
Yeah.
Sweet abs, bro.
But hey, if you can pull it off, way to go. But just don't tell me he's a crypto expert.
I can't believe he got into crypto. It's so funny how that happens. Jeez. I mean, there's the people from this cycle. Yeah, he was one. Who else kind of got on the bandwagon this time around? I mean, obviously Elon Musk, but who else was there?
I haven't heard much out of Snoop Doggy Dogg lately. That went very quiet. I wonder if I go.
I just caught up. Do you know who that guy who you said is the Canadian politician? Do you know who he is? He's the guy who just got shafted in the UK he's the health minister in the UK and he's just been booted out for disobeying COVID laws or rules.
Oh shit.
Oh wow, interesting.
He's the health minister, yeah. He got
caught. And wasn't he replaced by some JP Morgan fucking drone?
I'm not sure, but this is only in the last 2 days or so.
Isn't that interesting? I was about to tweet about him.
Mm-hmm.
The guy who replaced him. But isn't that interesting? Yeah, I do remember seeing something about that UK health minister.
That's right. He just got kicked out for.
But his name started with a V or something.
Sure. Let me see. I'll pull that up here. I think it's kind of all over at the minute.
The guy who just took his job, of course. It's impossible to search Twitter for anything. Probably better to search DuckDuckGo.
Man, that little ES paper trade I put on it, they slammed it down right into my level and bounced it. That's hilarious. Like literally right on the dot. I mean, I didn't put it on as a real sim trade or anything. It's just on my screen on TradingView, but it did hit the level.
Boy. Look at these divs now. So, that's a retail open. I'm sitting here looking at a UK health ministers when I should be paying attention to the market. Sorry, Brian. Yeah, let's see what we got here today. Any crazy boppers?
This is the guy who took over.
Does his name start with D?
I'll find out now. Hold on. Let's see what comes up when they play.
Oh, Polly got whacked.
Oh yeah, I didn't even look at the stocks yet.
Javid.
No VA, but I do remember the J, so that kind of makes sense.
And Hancock is the other guy's name.
Interesting. So, thank heavens he wasn't a Canadian politician.
Close, I guess.
Interesting. And so Boris just kicked him out of government, eh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he resigned.
Because he wasn't doing COVID stuff?
Yeah, well, he got caught cheating on his wife.
Busted.
It wasn't obeying COVID rules and stuff like that. So yeah.
Well, that Emran gapped up again.
Are there rules about how you're supposed to have sex for COVID? Don't
There
tell me
was
it's
actually
open.
what they were like advising funny stuff for like single people around here. It was like if you're single, you weren't allowed or something, and you're just like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, right. They were literally were saying shit like that though. Or not allowed to date, you know, new people.
Crazy.
Right.
I just don't get how people are letting it happen. It's just beyond.
We're all fucking
Christian's
robots,
catching
man.
nice, baby.
Did you see Emrin gapped up, Brian? It's actually almost getting up into second double levels.
What's the symbol?
Emrin, the MRIN from last week. We got doubles on it. Or wait, yeah, you got one.
Ooh, nice long.
Thanks. Already took one
Look
off.
at that, eh? Cool. Damn.
Come
I noticed.
Sorry.
Are you guys going long gold?
No, I'm
Yeah,
not personally, but I think Daniel is.
I am already. So.
Oh, you're long gold.
Yeah. I took a shot
because
here. This level.
This S&P 500, it's screaming down to me now. So that's
Yeah,
probably
they dumped
off
it.
the range.
Ooh.
So I can't even. It's going to be a while before I can think about buying that. Nice one on the MRIN. Way to go. But I noticed there was another one of these that jumped up. Mosaic.
I gotta make sure I get
I can't believe I'm not in that damn thing.
Mosaic? Oh, I'm not in that.
There was an old fertilizer. Remember we were interested in the fertilizer stocks there a while ago?
I don't really remember that one.
Look at that. Oh, no, that's not it.
Yeah, it looks like they're dumping the S&P and the Russell, but...
Look at that. This is the fertilizer. And really, it makes sense, right? Because July.
Holy shit. Wait, did that thing... Oh, yeah, I see.
That's where it is now. Look at that.
Yeah, I remember that one. Wait, is the symbol just M?
Yeah, in Toronto.
I thought... Wasn't there another one like MOS? I don't know.
Yeah. That was the one that we were following before.
Oh, I see. Oh, right. Okay, got you.
Well, no, maybe that's something else. Well, anyway, I mean, you can't do anything about it. But great to see that MRIN. That's awesome.
Yeah, I just went and got my order work in here.
All right.
My next one's not going to be for a little while, though. Right? My next one's at about $7.
Yeah, 680 something.
What day is today? Monday, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, geez, here's a really good example where, do I really have to be in a hurry on this damn thing? Look at this crazy ass fucking chart. Check this out. If you guys can see my chart. Do we really need to be in a hurry to sell any more stock here? I don't know if you can see.
Yeah, totally.
Mine is fucked. Hold on. I gotta keep refreshing for some.
Check that out.
Totally. Yeah.
Is it actually in my best interest to sell stock?
Jeez.
I've already got the risk-free position established. Should I care? Especially, we saw that goddamn GameStop and what they're doing with these stupid things. So what do these guys do?
It's your pick, man. I don't know. I got the idea from you.
This is great. Now that's capitalism for you, folks. Anybody watching on YouTube? That's capitalism.
I mean, they're a software company. I don't know what they do.
Yeah. So what does it say? Oh, you just had it there. Somebody just had it there.
Oh, I'm pulling it up right now. But
575. Oh, look at that thing. And here they come again.
They deliver customers revenue and ROI for digital advertisers. Oh, that's right. This is a digital advertising platform.
The next generation. Oh, you love to hear that shit. Did they win any awards or anything?
We could give them one. TRI has
It's not a bad idea, It's not a bad fucking idea at all.
TRI should start handing out awards.
Yeah, I don't know whether I really want to be in a big hurry to sell anymore of that stock, to be honest with you. 580. Here they come again.
You gonna strap it on again?
No, I don't think so. For now, not. This
Awesome.
looks. This
Nice.
looks pretty. Yeah, I took it actually off nicely.
Nice target.
Why
So,
not?
Into
yeah,
the neckline made sense.
yeah, exactly. And I looked at the footprint chart, and there was somebody coming in heavy on the market sell side.
Sweet.
So they try to push it down. So that's enough for a summer market.
That's the trade of the day. It's done.
Yeah, actually,
Basically, yeah, we did.
yeah. To be honest, I don't know if I would
Sounds
should.
good to me.
Yeah, I'll
I-
stay a bit with you guys.
Funny,
So, what, did you buy that the test of those lows there?
Yeah, exactly. I took a long here, and I took the first one off here off that left shoulder.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Okay, in there, yeah.
Off
I
that left
like that
shoulder,
trade.
and the second one here
Sweet.
into this resistance level.
Sweet. So, the question is, how is the process goals?
Oh, good. Yeah,
Well, dude, break that up. That's the goal.
Yeah.
That's the gold.
True,
That's
yeah.
the gold. If you did good process goals, don't just let
Yeah.
that slip by. Right? Write that up and go, pat on the back, Daniel. Hey, follow the
Yeah.
process goals. Well done. Take the profit. See you guys tomorrow.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, true.
Seriously,
Yeah, I
man,
should have
'cause
started that, yeah.
when you fuck up, you're gonna drive yourself crazy thinking about it.
Yeah, that's true.
So
And then
today you have to
Mm.
drive yourself crazy thinking about how awesome you are
yeah, sounds
and
good.
how good looking of a guy you are.
Push.
Yeah.
Seriously,
pride.
man. Seriously,
Yeah,
you did well.
Mm.
I don't know what the dollar figure is. Who gives a shit? If it's process goals, you
Mm.
did well. Congratulate yourself. Well done.
Yeah, nice.
Wow, look at that
Nice.
stock market just getting thumped here.
Holy shit, that is. It's actually moving. I'm shocked.
Wow, damn.
I'm shocked. Let me go back and look at the
Fuck, maybe we got a trade yesterday.
13 points there. Jeez, how could you let that
Fuck.
slip through your fingers?
Oh man. And
See,
there was
nobody
like
bought 'em.
nothing. They just dumped.
Yeah. Well,
Crazy.
somebody obviously said something.
Yeah,
We're up
yeah.
into some trend line support now, but the momentum. Actually, remember I was mentioning that bearish momentum div there a little while ago. And probably worth paying attention to.
Mm-mm.
So I didn't get my polite little M top here, but it did kind of do what I was thinking.
Yeah, wow. Crazy.
So probably actually I gotta start thinking about now if that as soon as this 3-minute market bottoms here, I wouldn't be surprised if we start working our way back up. Interesting. So all we did was we traded back to the overnight trend line. That's all we did, boys and girls. Looks like we lost Andrea. Is Andrea still around?
I haven't seen her.
she's still around. She's probably on
That's-
vacation or something.
Yeah.
These slackers. God,
Took
what's
a
all
few
this
days
big
off.
crap? So all they did was they just traded the ES back to the trend line. Fascinating.
Took out the stops.
Yeah, nice big fat liquidity pool there. Thank you. Come again. Actually, what's interesting about this too is this actually I think was a pretty measured move. So if you got caught holding the long bag here, you had nobody to blame but yourself. Yeah, look at that. That was exactly an ABCD. So anyway, it's good to see that the model told me to do absolutely nothing through that, and I obeyed the model.
Perfect.
My little paper trade would have just been stopped out and out of the trade now, which is great. And it would seem fine.
Okay.
Fine shot to take it, bounced pretty hard, and then just dumped.
Wow, that momentum. All right, so now what time is it? 6:45. Probably over the next 15, 20 minutes, this thing bottoms. So, Kevin, did you figure out what these guys are doing?
Emran? Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, it started pumping on Friday based on some Instacart advertising ad. It's hard to say ad at the same time. Yeah, they hooked up with Instacart or something, which is a bullshit service my mom uses. It's not very good. People do your grocery shopping for you. I mean, it works, but my mom was always like laughing at how bad it is. I think
we're definitely up in the area where they'll be more than happy to sell us. But these are only 10 million shares out. That's crazy. This thing's probably going to trade like 50 million shares today. Okay, how does that work?
Oh, there's no options on it, at least. So probably won't.
Oh,
Sure
best
does.
stock of the day. That's fucking kiss of death.
Oh, is it on FinViz or what?
No, this is on Yahoo, right? Best stock of
Oh.
the day. So that means you go and buy it, you're gonna lose money. Hey, way to go.
Step right up, everybody.
Yeah, totally. Right? You know what this is that this is like the meat grinder, right? And like like Pink Floyd, the Wall kind of image. Did you ever see that? Where they all just get sent right into the meat grinder and then just ground
totally.
up?
I love
That's
that.
exactly what this is. I hate Yahoo for this. Yahoo is, I hate to say it, but I think Yahoo completely sold out to try and stay alive. And whoever needs a bitch, you call on Yahoo, and they will be your bitch. They'll take it from they'll not only will they DP you, they'll do their name for like 3.
They'll Yahoo you.
Oh shit!
It's edutainment, right?
It is.
You guys being edutained.
Well, I've definitely learned a couple things.
I like seafood.
Fresh.
And if you're feeling lonely, there's always options with a broken iPhone.
Oh man!
It writes itself. I tell you, man, it writes itself. Yeah, well, crazy world.
Oh man!
So what are they going to do the same thing? I bet you a lot of people right now on that MRIN are going, well, I'm not going to sell here because into the close, they'll just ramp it up to new highs. So now they're just like goading people right now.
Damn.
And I bet even through the day, people will buy it hoping that it ramps up into the close.
Feeding the ducks. That's what that market maker guy said. They're just feeding.
Yeah.
Feeding the ducks.
What the hell? Capitalism is fun. It's so easy to get taken advantage of in this world, eh? You really got to be sharp on this shit. It's one reason why I really like working with you two in particular, is you're very, very sharp and articulate. That's good. Good to see. Good to see. And I think you two together are dragging Kevin along to that side. Kevin, did you say MLND just reorganized?
Oh yeah, TGST. Let's check that one out. Should open today. New name. Or wait, it's not showing. I think it's TGST. Yeah, TPST. Wonder what that one did after all. Well, it's still named Melendo. Oh, it dumped. I have a feeling that would happen.
Oh, I'm crushed.
I have a feeling
guys,
that would
it's breaking
happen.
the lows now. $13.35. They got a world of room to bring this thing down.
I mean, this is a good example of how like mergers don't really. They're usually not that great for stocks, in my experience, at least when I watch mergers happen like this, because they like essentially merge with a private company. Usually that's bad. I don't think that's a good sign for like price right away.
Yeah, it's probably this bottom was kind of like a buy the rumor. Hey, I heard there's something going on. Hey,
Totally.
there's a rumor going around. Some sort of deals in the works.
I mean, they literally they dumped
They
it
might
on
have
the announcement.
Yeah,
It was totally just like a sell the news. Fuckers just ran it right up into this trend line. Like if you draw a trend line off the M.
Yeah.
That was the top. Look at that. Fuck.
But you got to expect that on these pharma names, right? This is par for the course in this business.
I mean, I'm still interested. Like, I think it's, I mean, I don't have it, but I still want to buy it. It sucks it's made new lows now, so we'll just have to see. But I do, the FA was good, like before the merger. So I'm just kind of curious how it'll all play out. It seemed like a good name.
Yeah, so you see the last time that they split the stock, and you see how it like cratered. It was, on split adjusted, it was 155 and it went down to 100.
Yeah.
Now my hunch is they're probably going to take this thing down to like $10 or something and just break a whole bunch of hearts.
Yeah. I'll keep following it.
Someone's blinging me. Rick's Cafe.
Looks like gold might just go straight back down to the bottom of the range. If they break the 78, 80 level. But let's see, that's the last real support level here.
Recently, it seems like Dow's getting catch a break.
Yeah, you might have seen like all of the frivolity there in the first 5-10 minutes of trade. Everything's just quiet. Ooh, that little Momo sure looks good. You and me, baby. Oh wow, HSDT gonna try and carve out outside upside key reversal today.
Cool.
Keep an eye on that one into the close.
Ooh, look at that.
Ooh, I think your little nickel stock looks sexy here. It's not quite a buy, but it's looking sexy. It's walking the street, doing her strut.
Yeah.
EXELA, probably worth a shot if you are an adventurous type.
They got a warrant at XCLA. Oh wait, never mind. They do, but it's on the OTC. I don't really like those.
Oh. Wow, that Viacom trade's looking sweet.
Oh, cool.
Damn. Stone cold.
Damn, that looks awesome.
Sorry.
I actually saw it when I was looking at that MRIN, the top article. Was it this? There's like rumors that Comcast is potentially merging with, I thought it said Viacom. Let me find it.
Stone cold honky.
Where did I just see that? I just saw it a minute ago.
Stone cold honky. Stone cold honky.
Shit, what else was I looking at?
What would that? Wouldn't that be funny if white people weren't allowed to were angry and weren't allowed to call black people the N-word? So they actually started calling black people honkies. That's the only word that they're allowed to say. And then over like 50, 100 years, honky becomes as bad as the word is N-word. You know, I mean, wouldn't that be funny? Kind of funny to me. Probably you're not allowed to use that word though, so I'm gonna leave that topic alone. But for other it's worth, I pride myself on being a honky. I'm white trash too, so that's awesome.
What is a hunky?
Huh?
I actually don't know what a hunky is. Is it something like?
Oh, you never heard
There's
that?
that white dude in the, it's like a white guy in the States. People don't really use it anymore.
Okay.
I guess it still gets kind of used, but not really.
Yeah, I heard it. I just never knew what it was. I never knew what it, like. Was it reference to something else? Like, you know, something.
I don't know where it comes from.
Hey Kevin, we're gonna meet with Stuart Woodward. When do we meet? Tuesday? Was that Tuesday?
I think we
last
said
week?
Wednesday, didn't we?
Wednesday? Okay, cool.
That's what I have in my schedule, but not that I can look at it because my phone's dead. Just kidding.
I heard you, man. You weren't talking to that phone very nicely this morning, so it doesn't surprise me.
It's funny how things can change so quickly. We used to have a good relationship, and now it's dead to me.
But it deserved it. It deserved it.
Aww. Ugly babies need the most love.
The relationship is broken.
Yes, it is.
You and me. Oh, I did the same damn thing again. Again. You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals.
Yeah, so it does look like Comcast is considering a merger with Viacom. That'd be like fucking God. What are they going to rule the world?
Woohoo! As long as I'm long, I don't care.
Dude, Comcast is the most annoying company on the planet. Like they're my internet provider, but like literally I can't even I don't know what it is, but I can't even get on their website half the time. And I'm just like, this is like one of the biggest corporations in the world, and it'll just go to some weird bad request. And you're just like, what the fuck?
Didn't you get into a fist fight with one of their technicians recently?
No. I was having mega internet problems, but the guys were always nice that came out. They were always cool. It's just sad because it's like literally when you're on the phone with customer service with them, like you can tell, and this is part of the whole corporate culture anyway, but like You can tell that they like set up the people that are on the other end of the phone to fail. They like deliberately make it hard for like the first tier customer service reps to even do their job, so that I just get frustrated and stop calling. You know what I mean? That's like it's like they've done research like and determined that like if they implement these practices, it'll like deter people from calling them. Like I literally think they do that. You know, they like try to, instead of just fixing the problem, they try to just frustrate you to the point where you stop calling. It's like, fuck. And so many companies are like that.
Yeah, definitely.
And they probably have like a psychologist that they've done like all kinds of research, you know, they've probably like literally planned all of that out. It's just,
how can we save money here? Oh, that's a really good idea. Okay, it works.
yeah, totally.
Yeah, let's do it. It's like,
I don't know. You really buy into that shit?
Yeah, you can tell just by the way they talk to you. I mean, if anything, it's just, you know, they're not trying to like rush to your help. Like
problem is what's the average educational level of one of those people that works on one of those telephone calls?
Yeah, but they're just following a protocol anyway. Like even
because
to make it
they're
even
not
worse.
very intelligent, right? It's like the lowest rung of the ladder, and they probably try to just distill it down to the most common variable kind of thing. You know what do you call that? Like
least common denominator.
Have you tried switching it on and switching it off?
Yeah, well then there's that. But I'm not even talking about that, but they do that. Yeah. Like
I don't think it's really intentional. It's just that, I mean, you know what sucks, Kevin, is that we're quite a bit more intelligent than the average human out there. And so we take it for granted that the rest of the humans operate on this level, but they don't. I don't know.
No, totally. But I'm talking about more like even with Comcast specifically, like if you jump on the chat, you talk to a robot forever. The only way you can get past the robot is by being a little bit sharp. You have to kind of like trick the robot to even let you like it'll just keep going to just like robot shit. You know what I mean? And they do it on purpose. Like it just will keep like being like, oh, you're having trouble with your internet. And then it goes to like a template where it's like, try restarting your modem, da da da. And you just like literally have to just keep typing representative over and over again. And then finally it'll just like get you.
So that's what you mean with it. They would prefer you just not talk to them.
Yeah, they're trying to limit. And then they have like first tier customer service, which is the people you're talking about, where then they just throw you to them. And you're like, fuck, oh God.
I think it's just like hell. I almost always sort of like, you know, hit 0 to talk to an operator. Hit 0 to talk to an operator.
Yeah. I mean, it's just the world. I'm more just commenting on the world in general. Like that's how all corporations are now. You call and you talk to a robot, and then you like.
Yeah, they don't care about customer service anymore. Basically, it's like, we've got you.
They don't have to. Yeah, it's just like.
Yeah.
Especially like Comcast is going to own Viacom or whatever. It's just everything they just own everything. And so you're just fucked basically. Like there's only 2 places to get internet here. Well, there's like a local provider, but only in certain areas. Like downtown.
There's monopoly laws though, no?
Well, there's not a monopoly here because there's 2 competitors. But it's like when you really think about the backbone of the internet, it's like hardware and people own the hardware. So it's just sort of like, what can you do? Actually, that's pretty interesting to go down the rabbit hole and see how like the internet hardware works, and just like who owns it and stuff. There's just all these different companies. Even like, I mean, I don't know enough about it to say, but it's like they, you know, like Comcast doesn't necessarily directly own the lines that are going under the ocean, for example. Like there's just a shit ton of like wire running under the ocean, like between Europe and here. And stuff like that.
Yeah, I remember I used to promote a company called Global Crossing, and they were the company that laid all that wire.
Yeah, if you own that shit, then you own.
Yeah, and I think that company was bought out in bankruptcy. So sad. You know, it's weird how they raised so much money through that .com boom, and then as soon as all the build out was done, well, what happens to the companies then? You know, the insiders, of course, they run the stock up. They're all paid in options, so they cash out and they make tons of money. And ironically enough, once the job is done, they just let the whole thing collapse and just dissolve in bankruptcy. So sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's incredible. You know, they talk about this society as a disposable society. It's sad.
Yeah, that is sad because it's like when you really think about what's going on, it is kind of sad in a way. We're just consumers, really. We've been turned into consumers.
Companies themselves are disposable.
Yeah.
I suppose, you know, that it'd be interesting to pile up all the old cell phones.
Oh man, I used to own an electronic recycling company. You'd be fucking shocked. That was 8 years ago still too. It's gotten worse.
Probably like mountains high, right? Like you could like literally build a mountain with just cell phones.
Yeah, man. It's like electronic waste is the fastest growing waste stream in the world. Like it's beating construction even, which typically construction's always created the most trash. Like, and it's funny because tech is getting smaller, but the waste is getting bigger. Like, you know, we don't throw out huge computers as much anymore as, you know, everything's phones, but like it's still more. Like it's fucking crazy, dude.
Crazy.
I mean, I used to just send, I would fill up a whole like pallet box, like so it'd be like a 4-foot cube. And I would just fill that up with cell phones and I'd just send it to this company and they would just go through it for me and like send me a check. It's like fascinating. Some of it would be like for resale, some would be for recycling or whatever. They would just like send me like a 20-page invoice and I just trusted, you know, I had to trust them. I didn't really know what the fuck. But like we'd pile those things up so fast. Just in this town. It's crazy.
And that's just Albuquerque.
Yeah, it's just insane. And then there was other junk too. I mean, just every electronic.
So why doesn't Greta get all fucking pissy about that shit?
You know, they do, and it's like weirdly swept under the rug because the reality is it's like one of the dirtiest businesses. Like you want to go off about China, like essentially what's happened over the years is like electronic waste gets piled up here by people that are not the most honest or whatever, honest or I don't know the right word. They're just like shady fucking people pile up this stuff and then like sell it to Hong Kong. And like, because, so you're not allowed to import electronic waste into China, but because of Hong Kong's like sort of kind of semi-capitalist or however that relationship between Hong Kong and China works, you basically get this situation where it ends up in the port in Hong Kong and then they like, in like small boats smuggle it into China and you get this situation where like super unsafe.
And they just bury it in China somewhere?
Well, they melt it down to get like the minimal amounts of gold out of it. And I mean, older computers had a lot more gold in them and other metals like, you know, basically copper. There's a lot of different metals in like motherboards and stuff, but phones don't have as much. But anyway, so it's just this shady ass business. But then like China started even just dumping on like more third world, like Malaysia, and a lot of that stuff gets then even shipped out. It just gets passed around, you know. It's just a weird business. But like there is some environmental regulation, but it mostly gets like smug. I don't know how, like it's not followed, you know. So all the trash, we're all a part of it, you know. We're all creating all this waste and it's just ending up in like super bad environments or it's creating super bad living environments for people.
Yeah, so you know, like in my rants and shit like that, what I would be like is you know, Greta, you want to make a positive difference in the world, then point this shit out.
Yeah, totally.
You know what I found really interesting through this whole
shit to last. Yeah, simple.
Yeah, and then they of course don't.
Like through this whole environmental movement, has anybody noticed nobody talks about pollution anymore?
It is weird. They really don't.
Do you think that's an accident?
I mean,
I would argue that the Larry Finks of the world, they own companies that pollute horribly. And, you know, like the irony of it all is if you've ever seen a lithium mine.
Oh, God, yeah.
I mean, fuck, you look at what the environment looked like before the lithium mine, then you look at what the place looked like after the lithium mine. Holy fucking shit.
Yeah, like that's, I mean, God.
So, you know, who's being played here? And the worst part about this is that what this has really done is it has stopped people talking about pollution. And we used to talk about pollution as, you know, the big problem. And now nobody is talking about pollution. Do you think all these companies all of a sudden mysteriously stop polluting?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
how about Aaron Brockovich? You know, do you think that, did any of you watch that movie, Aaron Brockovich?
I mean, I just know that name. I don't think I ever watched it.
I think she won a fucking Oscar for that movie. Do you think that shit has stopped happening in our world? And, you know, the answer is clearly no. That's the tragedy. And I guess, you know, the person you have to blame about all this is that Al Gore guy. I mean, it really all comes back down to him. And the irony of it all is when he did that pitch back in like 2001, he said by like 2025, half of Florida would be underwater right now. Is it?
That's true. He did say it was around now. Like, yeah, that sounds about right.
So that's all a load of horse shit. But is the pollution getting any better? I mean, from what I understand, China, I mean, fuck, and they're just brutal the way that they just scoop up everything from the seabed. Nothing, not a single piece of life is left on the seabed after their fishing trawlers come through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just fucking evil. It's that shit that's going to kill us.
Well, that's, yeah, because the sea is one of the most, coral and shit absorbs carbon dioxide. One of the biggest absorbers for our carbon dioxide. Oh, well.
Oh, well.
I mean, it's like
what did you do?
Just like I mean, it's just a force that's moving forward in time. Like, you can't really alter it. It's weird. It's just gonna go where it goes. This mess.
Check out my screen on the ES. I thought it was interesting. I posted this. I got uptrend line off of the highs from Friday, and then this downtrend line off of the weekend low. So it's created an interesting channel. There.
I was thinking what might work though. I'll wait till you finish.
So look how price is really respecting. So what? And it's there's my bot entry level for this setup. Let's see if I got lucky, and now I suppose my look is going to be something like this. See if I can get something like that, and maybe I'll actually do a trade for you kids here today. And interesting too how that's setting up right off of the level that basically they exited on Friday. So basically, they're right back along exactly where they should be. Question is, do we have a 3-minute bull set up on momentum yet? We've had dead cat bounce, and that's about it. Would like to see more kind of WE type action. Not bad. I mean, we're coming along. If anything, now we can start seeing reload zones where those I can really start fine-tuning that trade location. Looks like it should come in somewhere around 42.67 to 42.68, 69, somewhere in there. Well, that's what I'll be hunting for. If I get a nice W that comes in through there, I'll take a shot on the something like that. We're lucky. So there's my look as of 7:15. So actually, every 2 hours, I'll try and plan on doing a look for you guys.
Cool, 24/7, 7 days a week, live streaming.
Jeez, we should be able to make some money off of this with fucking YouTube stuff.
Well, I mean, we got the Schlurm revenue coming in now, so that helps.
Yeah.
Ad revenue, that's going to help us a bit. Just need a couple more sponsors.
No, that goes to the fucking cell phone pimp stuff.
Got the cell phone bill covered. We got to monetize this shit.
Morning, everyone.
Hey, what's up?
Morning, David.
Morning, David.
We could just sell out for like 15 minutes a day and make a YouTube video where we all just get super amped on Bitcoin and how bullish we are.
Could do that.
Just for 15 minutes.
That it would be kind of funny if we like rapper groups and stuff like that. Like I was listening to one in the car yesterday with Liam, and like 4 or 5 guys will be on stage, and then they'll just sort of pass, the rap from one guy to the next guy to the next guy to the next guy, right? So we gotta create like a rapper kind of beat, kind of thing to that, and that would be cool, and that would get quite a following, I bet, if we did that like every morning, like maybe a minute or two of each of us rapping or whatever, to do our market message, and then put that out on the world, and it's like a little 10-15 minute piece. Fuck, man, that was
we're gonna become rappers.
Stimmy.
There you go.
Oh yeah, that's our song. Fucking
all that
Stimmy.
shit. That's all that shit, man.
Stimmy, a man of the midnight.
There you
That's how the rap
There
song
you
go.
Sing it to me, brother. J-Lo booty bottoms. J-Lo booty tops. We did that daily. That would be epic. I bet you that would go viral.
Now we just got to learn how to rap. We'll be set.
Oh yeah, there's that problem. I forgot about that.
I can cobble some beats together.
Don't you remember when you lived in the Pacific Northwest, Kevin? There's a late night TV show. It came on after Saturday Night Live. It was called Almost Live. And they used to have this skit. I don't know whether you remember this, Kevin. They used to have this skit. They called them the High Five and White Guys.
Oh, well, I've heard you talk about that.
Yeah, and there were a bunch of white guys that went around like acting cool and stuff, but they were wearing Dockers and bucket hat like I have, just being like total nerds. The high five and white guys. Then of course they try to high five and it goes horribly wrong.
It just never sounds that sexy to rap about your trading plan.
Yeah, but I tell you, man, I did exactly the same thing 10 years ago, and we had the idea that this could be like this is $1 million reality TV show here. It is $1 billion.
There is actually a reality show by this it was a 3-episode series with this trader guy, this Anton Krail, or what do you?
Oh yeah, Anton Krail or whatever his name is.
Yeah, I think it's called $1 Million Traders. So they just
over in the UK.
Yeah, I can see if I can find the YouTube link or something. It was by BBC, a reality show. They just said, okay, they can teach everybody how to trade, and they just chose, I think, 8 random people. And then they're just following along how they do and stuff, and it was a reality show.
What's so weird though is like I watched it and we critiqued it and stuff like that, right? Problem with the British is they're so fucking dry, right? They just don't have any fun. So it's cool when you get Brits over in the US, right? And they start hanging out with Americans and stuff like that, and you get that sort of sly British humor injected into the American sort of culture of us like laughing and joking around and stuff like that. But in that British setting where it's just Brits, oh fuck! I mean, hey, have you ever heard of the British porn star?
Well, they
always joke about the UK, like John Cleese and stuff like that. Don't go to the UK for sex appeal. Their sex is so boring. It's so dry. It's very, it's just not very sexy. So I understand why that show failed. I tried to watch it, and frankly, it got boring. It got boring as fuck. Of course, the people didn't know what they were doing, so that didn't help.
I kind of like the idea. Don't use experienced traders, though, but just take like 10 people that want to be traders, and you give them like $5,000 to trade with and another $5,000 to party with. And just like see what happens. Just like log them all into their futures accounts and just let it go. This should be hilarious.
That would definitely be.
Like people that think they can trade or whatever, just kind of like aspiring.
All right, 20 after 7. We're all gonna get Viacom rich here. Woohoo! Man, that stock is like the only thing up on my screen right now.
Yeah, I'm not in that, but nice one.
Oh, fucking Kathy Woods is going to become all sexy sex again. Sure like that SINT. Jesus, look at that chart. Pretty. That thing would pop nice.
Oh, I think I'm gonna have to love you and leave you. This is just too painful.
Yeah, it's boring.
Too painful.
You're not enjoying my
Fuck.
comic stylings?
I certainly am.
That's the only thing that keeps me in here.
Exactly.
So
I think I'll come back again tomorrow to play the game all over again.
All right, sir. Stop a nice chatting.
Yeah,
Cool. See you later.
nice. Oh, I might actually enjoy a bit of the sunshine here for a change.
yeah, not a bad idea actually.
Talk to you soon, everyone.
See you.
Bye.
Yeah.
What's going on with you, David?
I'm just trying to get my head around what's going on in the markets right now.
Cool.
I saw that small caps are selling off. RTY.
Yeah. Yeah. Excuse me. Jeez. Yeah, they kind of like FU'd everybody this morning on the open, it looks like.
Kevin was mentioning earlier today that the 4-hour Russell 2000 was not really looking very happy at all.
No.
That was a good read there. I don't know whether you saw that or not, Kevin.
No, I wasn't listening.
I mean, yeah, it does look toppy, but I did say that I was still thinking they were going to push it higher today. So I wasn't trading, but I kind of thought they would grind it higher. Instead, they took it down.
Still think crypto is a leader here. And crypto looks like it's bottoming. Look at that coin. Fucking David, that coin's got to be. Oh, that looks like that actually looks like an Adam and an Olga.
On coin?
Yeah, on the daily chart. Adam and Olga.
Ooh, look at that. Yeah.
I would say that this is the Adam, and this is the Olga. Man, she's got a funny looking butt.
Yep. That does. Yeah, we're getting the head right now. Right?
The head?
Yeah, the right shoulder hasn't completed yet.
I just thought this was the right shoulder. Or do you think we're just coming up to the neckline now?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so actually that makes sense because, I think the stock market still has to get through that July 4th weekend. So really we should see that and then go, right?
Oh, cool. Yeah, kind of seeing that too.
That would be a lot better.
Cool. And I'm seeing, this is the only part of the market I'm seeing that's green at all. All the rest of the juniors kind of look, oh, actually, look, hey, pot looks good. Pot is.
I don't know if anyone had MLND, but it's TPST now.
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about that a little earlier.
Wow, hello. Fuck, I didn't get in on this
I never bought that one. God damn it.
Yeah. And I remember we were talking about key reversal at 51 fucking cents.
It's funny, I don't know why.
Day after day after day. Fuckers. Damn it. Why did I not buy this?
I don't know why I didn't either, but I didn't.
Cocksucking sons of bitches.
Fox Wade.
Did you have any of that MRIN, David? Boom. There it goes.
No, I had IMRN or something like that. I thought I had MRIN.
Oh,
yeah.
Jesus. Josie's, look at, oh my goodness, look at Josie's warrant.
Oh, yeah.
It jumped up. It's 80 bid, 89 offered. Breakout was at 82 and change. Did I get any of this? Excuse me. Sorry. Fuck, man, I'm hungry. Hey, I have to eat breakfast. It sucks. Whoa, look at that solo. The little tricycle name's taken off here, too. Yeah, I can't believe how hot it is here. This is nuts.
The only thing I have going in my favor is WINT.
What is that, David?
WINT. It's the only one that I see that's like moving to that. Oh, I have SINT too. That looks like it's moving up too.
Oh, goodness. I'm going to have to do some business. Oh, boy. There you go. That was the J-Lo booty bottom call.
That was JNCE going off for me.
Jesus. Little stock account's going jumpy.
Hey guys, I got to hop for a bit, but I'll be back in a few minutes.
All right.
All right. Looks like RVPHW is going to put in a key reversal today. If it closes at 51 cents. And looking at the main stock, it looks like a huge Adam Olga setup.
All right, I think I'm gonna hop as well. No, it's gone pretty quiet in the markets. Even gold is now in this tight little, I don't know, $3 range or $2 range since 45 minutes. So back again tomorrow, I guess.
All right. See you tomorrow morning.
Yeah, see you tomorrow.
Sorry I couldn't chat more here.
No
I'm still
problem.
doing a bunch of stuff.
All good. I enjoyed the hangout today.
Well,
It was fun.
work on your theme song, and
Yeah.
maybe we should put together a record album.
We have to. I'll call Warner Brothers and we'll see what they can do.
I think actually Kevin, I think, does the music production. So maybe
Oh,
we
really?
could actually do something.
Yeah, I think there are a couple people at TRI who do that. I think John Salmon as well.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
We should do something like that. Maybe I can get my guitar back, put some
Yeah,
dust
there
on
you
it,
go.
and then
Yeah. So while you're away today, go work on a chord or two.
yeah,
That works with J-Lo booty bottoms and all the kind of stuff we were thinking about today, making out with cell phones,
yeah,
just all the feel good stuff about our Battlestations group.
exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna work on it. Sounds good. All right,
All right, toodaloo.
take it easy, guys. See
Take
you
care.
tomorrow.
Looks like Bonds did a Wyckoff check, and it's putting in the railroad tracks off that Wyckoff. check level.
All right. Sorry, I wanted to buy something there, so I didn't really want to talk. What are you saying there? Bonds, U.S. dollar currency. Adam.
ZB1. There's an Adam and Eve and the E. There's a Wyckoff check on that Adam and Eve.
Yeah. I think what's happened here is that the market has priced in like total complete socialist collapse. And I think what's going to be passed is some sort of compromise. So I think the bonds are actually feeling a little bit better.
I've still been trying to like wrap my head around the reverse repo market, that huge spike.
Well, I mean, with rates as low as they are, it shouldn't surprise us that there are going to be corporations that are going to need big whacks of dough, like very quickly. But the good part about it is interest rates are so low, right? If interest rates are double digit, then that could bankrupt companies.
Right.
But in this kind of low environment, yeah. I think what's happening here is old bonds that are worthless and that are junk are simply getting rolled out into new issuance. And that's just going to keep happening over and over and over and over. So you're going to have a lot of these short-term shocks when these bonds come due, right? It's going to be a lot of big money moves very quickly, but probably not talked about much in the open, broader market because people really don't understand what the hell's going on. But I still think, the simple answer here to our problem is reflate the whole fucking economy. So if 100 bazillion gazillion meant that we in debt meant that we were in trouble, then they're going to inflate the economy to 100 times whatever that number is. And then that way the debt to GDP number is back in line with acceptability. It's a simple solution. It just sucks because it means that if you're caught holding cash here, or if you, if you're on a pension or something like that and a fixed income, you're fucked. I mean, you're completely fucked. That's the way capitalism works, right? The market is designed to inflict as much pain on as many people as much of the time as possible. All the baby boomers are in retirement, loaded up with U.S. government treasuries they were told to buy by George W. Bush and company. And now they are going to get fucked. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, it's a wealth extraction from the
Pardon
boomer
me?
a wealth extraction from the boomer generation, right?
Yeah, well, and too many people are caught long these damn bonds. But the thing is the central banker, they're not going to let this bond market. I mean, what should happen here is this bond market should collapse. There's too many people long. So, there's your tragedy. This market should break. Interest rates should go up dramatically. Companies, and maybe even countries, should be forced into bankruptcy. Reorganization should happen. There should be massive unemployment, which should trigger even more bankruptcy and delinquency. And the whole system should wash itself out. That's sort of like good economics. Of course, it's a horrible scenario, right?
Yeah,
Sorry?
they've been kicking the can down the road for the last 20 years for the beer cycle, right? And this is what we were talking about last week.
Yeah. Well, this should have unwound in 2008. 2008 was the moment when this stuff should have, fear cycle apex. We're driven into a Great Depression. The purchasing power of the currency is maintained. The value of the currency is maintained, but prices collapsed. But they just didn't let that happen. Scary. But
Yeah.
I mean, I hope you own at least 1 or 2 Bitcoins. I think that's the whole reason why God has us pointed towards this Bitcoin, is that I think that is the sort of the inflationary hedge to offset all this insanity. So, I mean, I hope you own at least, maybe even start buying the ETF here as a way in the stock market to hedge yourself. Is it?
So have you turned back to bullish on it?
Pardon me?
Like, you think the correction here is done on Bitcoin?
Well, what I would say here is that the bottom is probably somewhere around 10 to 15 G's. So here we are at 30. If you had an average cost and split the difference of, let's say, I don't know, 12,500 and 36, and you just came in consistently over the next 6 months and just consistently accumulated, your average cost is probably going to be somewhere around 20, 25 G's. And if this thing goes fucking ape shit here at $200,000, $300,000, you're not really going to be too stressed. Coming in and buying up at 50, 60 G's, that was kind of like, you could easily see a 50% haircut here, no problem at all.
Yeah, that's what I kept telling everybody, and it just kept going up. And they were like, okay, this guy trades, but he doesn't know what he's talking about. And
Exactly.
that always is like, you can't help these people sometimes. Like, that's not the point. It's like the risk. You have to look at the risk.
Yeah.
Is it risky to buy here? And the answer to that is yes. And everybody's trying to pile in right here, and that's where all the smart money is selling off.
Or maybe just that they don't even need to be selling off. They might just be cooling their jets. But it seems to me that we're now in the phase where if you go, you know what, it's not a bad idea to start accumulating, which I think on balance is not a bad message as a hedge, just in case fucking all hell breaks loose here this fall, because I got to 22 and a half is the bad year. So that's basically 1 year from now is actually when this is supposed to be the worst. So
I don't know. Year.
Huh?
It's gonna be called the Catch-22 year.
Is it a coincidence that that's called a Catch-22? Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah.
But I think on balance now, like the old historic breakout was 20 G's, right? So, if you had an average cost somewhere in and around that old breakout high, well, you'd go, well, all I did was just buy the W, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm waiting for. Is give me that W.
Well, here my hunch is, for whatever it's worth, like over the next 6 months. I don't know whether I hope Kevin's showing your screen here.
I'm sharing my screen.
I know, but I think Kevin decides who's on YouTube, so I'm not quite sure.
Oh, right.
Is he want me? Kevin, or are you here? But yeah. What I want people to see is your chart.
It says I'm presenting to everyone, and if Kevin has this thing unpinned, then that should work.
Hold on, I can find out really quickly. Hold on. No, yeah, right now on YouTube it's showing my screen a little penny stock.
I'm sharing my screen.
I think Kevin decides who's. Yeah, see, there I am on YouTube blabbing away. In fact, actually, are we done for today? All these guys thought we're finished because. Oh God, I can't even go and do some business on my own without fucking feeling like we're falling off the rails here. Oh well, shit happens. Let's see if I can you. Yeah, if Kevin's gone, I don't know if we can.
I'll just stop your presentation and just switch to somebody else.
I bet it goes just to my icon then. Anyway, let's see what happens.
Okay.
Stop screen sharing. Yeah, you were presenting. Yeah. That still has my screen on YouTube, so that kind of sucks. Oh well. In fact, maybe this is even stopped. Well, yep. Let's see if I can you. Yeah, if Kevin's gone, I don't. Sorry, YouTube. Okay, so let's see. What do you got on there? Bitcoin. I'll throw on the Bitcoin chart and.
Okay.
Crypto. Bitcoin. All right. Well, there's the stamp chart. So, actually, you know what I could do? Let's see. This might screw everything up. Let's see what happens. All right. Now it shows up on YouTube. This should be interesting to see what shows up on YouTube. I might blow the thing up here. Are you gonna work?
I'll just stop.
Oh yeah, I did. It worked. All right, cool. Okay, so I'm gonna put myself on mute. Tell us what you see.
So I'm seeing an Adam and Eve potential here. These tails right here, I'm waiting for that to get eaten, and then maybe step in and front run the right portion of Eve. And if that confirms up here, then I will project the chaos level off that right side of Eve using this high right here, which it might take us up to this bear trend line right here. And I don't know what's going to happen after that. Ray was suggesting that if we lose, like if we get up to this level and then lose that level, that actually will confirm a bearish scenario. That's one thing I'm looking at. That pretty much covers everything I see. There is this third tag of the megaphone, so that is the bullish argument. And I did draw this potential megaphone. I don't know if that will actually play out. That would take us very low out down here. I don't think that doesn't seem very likely yet. But if this bearish scenario does play out, then who knows?
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah. But
Exchange. Yeah, Brad, we I think we figured out. I'm screen sharing David's screen right now. Or I don't know. Maybe Kevin's back. Kevin, are you back? Maybe Kevin's already here.
I guess he's not back.
Okay. Well, no big deal. I think we're okay. So let's see. If I do that, let's see what happens. Do we lose Kevin's screen? Maybe Kevin flipped you over. And now you're driving the bus. All right, cool. Actually, yeah, we're just awesome. Okay, great. So now I don't have to stress. Cool. So what I was gonna say here is I like the idea of them washing the stops. So that means both sides here are vulnerable in my eyes. I think that wick up top there is very vulnerable.
This one right here?
Yeah, right up there. So that I actually think that's our next destination is back up in that. Once we get done that, I wouldn't be surprised to see a pullback back down into these recent lows here. That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, I'd like to see those tails.
Back and forth. Did you hear today that? Did any of you guys see anybody? I don't know if there's anybody even here, but OK Coin. I think they some part of them announced their bankruptcy or something.
Really?
Yeah, saw stuff about that earlier today. So it almost feels like that probably was our altcoin season there, probably for the next 6 months or so. Wouldn't surprise me at all. So I do like the idea of a nice big fat trading range on the corn here. That to me makes a lot of sense.
I was looking at Link, and I have this bullish trend line here, and we're just sitting right on top of it now.
Hold on a second. I'm just seeing if I can find any news about that. That's the link that you have on the chart right there. That's cool. So
Yeah.
YouTube, anybody still watching the YouTube, if you guys hung in, you're getting a really nice treat here. Thank you, David. Appreciate that. Yeah, I do like that level, man. Like, is that going to be a fucking empire that comes in? Sure looks like it. Huh. Actually, I think I went and bought some more of that recently.
So, same scenario here, Adam and Eve. I'd like to see it come back down and eat these tails, and then that would be like your entry level.
I'm gonna have to put you over here because too much to look at. Say that one more time, please.
So these tails right here, we have Adam and Eve potential. I'd like to see it come down and eat these tails, and that would be our entry point for the Adam and Eve setup.
Because that would be an Eve, the right hand portion of the
Yeah,
Eve.
this right here, like we get a little W here, that would be the Eve. Here's the
Yeah.
Adam.
Yeah. So the rally peak of whatever this candle is going to line up with Adam's neckline. Is Adam's neckline usually a little bit higher than Eve's neckline?
It can be. I call that the alternative Adam and Eve.
Is that one that I was showing you there a few minutes ago? I think Adam's neckline there was a bit higher than Eve.
Yeah. So this is the neckline that needs to be broken to confirm the pattern.
Yeah.
Right. But sometimes, like, you get the Eve, it'll break out, it'll come close to this, come back down, and then if you go on the lower time frames, you'll see this level that will be Wyckoff check. So, like, if you go to the hourly,
and that's a foggy level, that 4.669 there. Look at the profile in that foggy level. That's crazy. That's funny.
yeah.
I bet I get the impression a few traders are paying attention to that foggy level. Look at that. That's crazy. How did you draw that? Damn.
I took this Adam and Eve top. So let me see if I did it 4 hour daily. 4 hours daily.
Seems like an interesting level to draw foggy.
Yeah, so here's this Adam and Eve top bearish scenario. So I just took that Eve.
Even though is E is the top. What am I trying to say here? Is that an M top where the Eve, the level that you drew, is higher than the previous high? Yeah, is that higher than the previous high?
Let's see. 32658, 3285.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so every now and then you'll run into a scenario where they do run that high, and it's kind of like a stop run. And I will accept that.
The candle bodies are all basically the same level, right?
Yeah.
Fascinating.
But the candle body was a little bit higher. I I would probably start looking for an Adam Olga scenario instead.
I mean, if crypto is bottoming, if there is going to be a rally here, that's a name, I think. In fact, you could draw a nice little trend line off of the top there against that lower high, and I think this is if that W fires, this is an LJ. I wouldn't even go off of that high. I go off of the next high. All the way down there. So we're finally getting a W on the other side of the trend line if this W fires. If it does, I think it's going to be a hell of a buy signal. That looks good.
Yeah.
So the W firing, though, here, that's not enough for your Adam and Eve. You actually would you prefer the W not fire and it just quietly come back down and test this low to create your Eve before that W fires?
So if this W does fire, then that becomes the Eve, and then I gotta wait for the Adam.
Wow. Interesting. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Probably do a foggy off of that W, and 2.618 will probably tell you where the dead cat bounce rally is. My hunch is it's probably that purple line up top there.
Yeah, so if this becomes an Eve Adam setup instead, then I do draw this chaos level. I always use the Eve. And that would take us out to 32.65, which tests these highs.
Yeah, if we get up to there, though, I think
And what that would give us is
I'd probably be gone on the trade.
that would be something like this. Adam and Olga.
Yeah, see, I don't think we're going to get through that 2.618. So I could see us go up, 2.618, then pull back and do your Adam. Test the original breakout, give you your Adam entry. Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, you could have this alternative scenario as well.
Yeah.
Which would be like, here's the Wyckoff check of that breakout.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be more, but I don't think you're going to rally that high. I think we stall out at the POC and 2.618.
Mm-hmm.
But nonetheless, it's see, hopefully you see how the difference of the conversation. We're actually talking about potential bullish scenarios here. I mean, a month or two ago, it's like, fuck, there's just nothing here. I can't do anything. So
Yeah.
how ironic, right? I mean, basically, the entire atmosphere is now totally pessimistic. And now is actually when you want to get most excited about hunting longs.
Yeah, everybody's kind of hurting. I don't think that there's probably some room for more pain. So I don't know.
That is a good point. Now, like I said, I thought I saw news about, like, I know that Binance is in trouble right now. I get the impression that China's kind of cracking down on crypto to a certain degree. So, might this be the flush out that sort of brings sort of sanity back to the space? It's not a bad play. So Chinese users prohibited from derivatives trading on Huobi. I see that as a headline. I'll be interested just to see how much shit's coming down the pike in China.
Yeah, that's very interesting. I wonder what they're really after. Maybe they're trying to prevent Chinese citizens from moving their money out of China, which is a lot easier to do with Bitcoin or other cryptos.
Damn straight. China's crypto miners eye Kazakhstan in the exodus.
I don't know what that was.
Well, I'm just reading headlines that have anything to do with China regulation. I could have sworn I saw some news about OKCoin. Crypto exchange Huobi bans Chinese residents from trading derivatives. I mean, that's basically the news headline I'm seeing. Kathy Woods went in there and bought a whack of Bitcoin. Oh, okay. What's this? Binance responds to UK exchange service restrictions. That should be important to figure out. Binance offered a series of tweets responding to UK FCA after the latter sent a notice to the exchange saying that it was not permitted to carry out regulatory operations in the country. It'd be interesting to see what their response was. Interesting. Binance clarified that BML is a separate entity from Binance.com and does not offer associated products or services. It goes on to say that it has not yet launched its UK business or used the aforementioned regulatory permissions. The exchange also clarified that it has no direct impact on the services provided on Binance.com. Hmm. Yeah, okay. I think I got a handle on this now.
On the Binance situation.
Yeah. Fuck Joshua. You see that tweet that he just put out? Oh, you cocksucker. What the hell happened?
In the lounge, I guess.
Did he put it in the lounge? I had the page right up in front of me and I just closed it. I hate when I do that. I get nuts. Here it is. Where are we? This is cool.
I don't use Twitter too much.
I use Twitter way too much. Yep, you're right.
No. Like, you're promoting TRI and all that. That's good, but I don't really find too much on there.
Where the hell is Joshua? He just put it up, but maybe he deleted it because he said, I don't tweet too much. And then it's gone. Ah, shit. Where'd it go? Oh, look at it. It's gone. Yeah. Anyway, let's see if I can find it. Maybe he had it here. Hey, there it is. Oh, stone cold. So check this out. I don't know whether I'm screen sharing or not, but man, that's a cool image.
No, you're not screen sharing.
Oh, you bastards. Oh, you bastards. How do I do this damn thing? Jesus fucking Christ. This is what he just put out. Super cool. Stone Cold Honky. Yeah, there's Brad W. says, I saw the OK Coin story too. A lot of miners are going to Texas. Governor Abbott is a BTC supporter. Right on. Paul J. Brad W.
Well, that looks really cool. You got the range identified. Yeah.
You're a fucking Sharktoshi, man.
I'm pretty sure he didn't draw any of this. This is all automatic.
Yeah.
From his scripts.
Stone Cold Honky.
Although that 1 week graph looks like there's a very large head and shoulder pattern. I don't know if we have.
There.
Yeah.
Right. And this one, this big one, it actually, this, I would use actually both of these. I'd use the logarithmic scale and the levels line up nice. But I used to run a commodity trend survey service. And I would say that this market broke down here when this M top confirmed. And the trend is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks old. And now this is an ABCD, and the target is 11,600 or something like that.
Which is basically a test of the neckline for that inverted head and shoulder that broke out.
Yep, totally. I mean, the irony of all this is this price action is so stunningly cliche. Because really, all we're going to do is just a big fat Wyckoff check right off of that breakout level.
Yeah.
So the ABs, this is what kills you about these stupid fucking markets and these goddamn kids, that goddamn fucking Da Vinci doofus. Of all people, and why did it have to be a TRI person act like a stupid fucking tool?
I guess I missed that. What happened there?
Well, I mean, all through this, he was like, TA doesn't matter, W's don't matter, RSI doesn't matter. Right? And it's, he has a really, really big following. And so all of them start going, well, TA doesn't matter, our W's don't matter. And this is what ends up happening. Just like what you said when you first started, you got on here, right? Didn't you? You gave us a story about that, right?
Yeah, everybody was asking me what I thought about buying up here, and I was just like, no, it's too risky.
Anyway, I hate how I get triggered so easily by these people. Okay, what do I want to do here?
Lead
AB.
a horse to water.
Yeah. Well, but see, that's the thing. Is the guy like is supposed to be an alumni? He's supposed to do the right thing. I don't know that shit. Okay. So
I wonder if we drew a chaos level off that the head and shoulder pattern at that top. Yeah, off that right shoulder. See where if that lines up. That would be sweet.
boom.
There's that 4618.
Problem is, there's so many in here, right? Remember how you did that one just a bit ago? And that high was a little bit higher than the previous one. I mean, do you do it off of this one? I still, this is why I don't really want to teach this shit in a course, because I really don't know what the right answer is yet.
So I draw off the right shoulder when I'm doing the head and shoulder patterns.
Yeah.
And then I use the eaves for the Adam and Eve setups.
Yeah. Oh, is this an Eve right here? Because this kind of looks like the Eve that we were just talking about, where the right-hand part of Eve was a little bit higher than the left-hand part.
Yeah, but the body's too high.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, I see. So this candle right here and this candle here negate that because it's above that size.
Yeah.
Still interesting though. Look how that 4669 lines up with these 2661 needs. So I do see, and I like this. I like when you do a whole bunch of studies and you get confluence like this. Then it kind of says, I get the impression the universe kind of like, how do you describe it? I think the universe, in a weird sort of way, is kind of like a kindergarten kid trying to draw, and it's you ever seen like a kindergarten kid with a crayon try to like even stay within the lines of like a like a crayon drawing kind of thing? I mean, it's a disaster. It very rarely works.
No.
So the point being that, can you kind of see how the universe is kind of like, well, I kind of want down in here, or I kind of want down in here, and it's actually, that's kind of like the circles, right? It's sort of like a kid, and I suppose the average of all of these is probably somewhere like right in there. Or the average of all of these is probably somewhere right in there, right? And so what the universe is really shooting for is something like that, which of course maybe people would. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what I think I see going on here. I see this a lot. So kind of like I think all of these are all actually trying to tell us, hey, look down here. You know what I mean?
Well, so this speaks to the fractal nature of what we're looking at, right?
Yeah.
So look at the various ranges, because you have you could break that head and shoulder into 3 different ranges. Each little section where it's going or it's oscillating, that's its own range. It's just on the lower time frame, right? And then those just build off each other until you get this exponential move.
Yeah. I don't know how to describe it, but it's kind of cool, eh? Looks to me like there is a level somewhere in between here that we're not seeing. I wonder if it's it must be like 1.3 or something like that. There's some sort of famous number that's around 1.3. That'd be interesting to figure out what that is. I wonder what the square root of pi is or something. Isn't that because you see how we do this bigger one here and it gives us this level, and then we do these 2 littler ones here and here, and I wonder if we have to go off of here because we went off of that side there. And you know what this looks like, David? Actually, I'd be curious. Where do you think what I'm thinking when I see something that looks like this? What do you think I'm thinking?
The ball, baseball. No, I think the billiard.
Billiard ball. Yeah.
Yeah, billiard ball.
Nicely done. So, and you can kind of see the fulcrum is right about here, right? See that?
Yes.
That's cool. That's fucking next level shit, man.
Which is that fulcrum is actually the midpoint of the megaphone there.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. You know, like this clothesline here is probably goes zoop and zoop or something. I don't know. I mean, would you take the megaphone off of these though? That's awfully steep, all the way down there.
No, I would use where you have that like left shoulder, that low would be where, yes. That would be something where I'd look at.
And then there.
It looks like it broke down.
And then, oh, is that? Yeah, I think you like dropped from like way over here or something.
Yeah, that's the atom. Yeah.
Well, maybe if this was stillable, this would have turned on the third try here. And
So,
see, there's a pretty big fight here.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to now start do things like so there's that ABCD, there's that 11.5 number. That's where I think we're headed. And you just notice. Yeah. And that's a beautiful Head and Shoulders, probably that you saw. Like that probably is the trade right there. Right?
Yeah.
You're like ever gonna teach a course on trading? That right there, I think is the magic signal. I love when I see that. You see like the Head and Shoulders, the breakout, and then it comes back and the fight, and it resolves bullish. You're gonna try and teach yourself, but I think there's a few people on YouTube.
I'm pretty sure that's an Adam and Eve right off that neckline. In that circle. Yeah. That's Adam.
Dip would be Adam for you.
Yep. Yes.
And then Eve, and then go. That's the shit right there, you YouTubers. Especially that guy that was like on YouTube saying, "Hey, this guy's a shill." I mean, fuck, you could have come on this 30-day trial. Be watching this this YouTube video and just take a screenshot of that, and thou shalt only buy when you see those circles. Any other time is complete waste of your time, and really that's the secret to investing. Actually, it'd be interesting. Igor there's over on the YouTube page. I bet Igor has some sort of fucking harmonic that just lines up. Well, I'm just going to be buying here anyway, so it's no big deal. I know. Igor's fucking insane that way, man.
Yeah, those harmonics are just such beautiful charts. That's going to be where I go to next.
Yeah, like the really ugly ones, like the ciphers and the shark, right? The shark is just that. There's a fucking shark down here somewhere.
Yeah.
Anyway, always nice chatting with you, David. You're a very intelligent individual. You will do well in this trading world. You just keep on keeping on.
I had a great mentor. Gave me awesome tools, and I just adapted them to my own pattern recognition software.
Is Kavark here? What's Kavark looking at? He's got a funny screen on. Wow, look at that. Battlestations. Oh, he's got the Airtable thing up. Look at him. What a kind of, oh, man.
What are you talking about?
Kevin? I think this is Kevin's screen we're looking at. He's got the Battlestations 40. Is that what we're doing so far? And then he's got the Airtable screen, which is so cool. I love that Airtable.
Oh, that's the table that he's been working on with that other guy. Yeah.
And with there's a guy in the level 1 program who works like inside this company.
Right.
So it'd be like so cool to have them like just sort of start speaking the same language. Get us all up to speed using this shit. Man, we would be so pro. Next level.
This is an amazing community.
It sure is, eh? Fucking A. You know, I get a feeling like guys like Kevin were brought to us by the good Lord and just said, yeah, Kevin, you just hang out here, just hang out with them, just help them along. They'll stumble. That Beamish guy, he'll say something really stupid every once in a while, but you know, just hang out, just hang in there.
Well, yeah, you can't win them all.
Yeah. But yeah. Holy Jesus, look at this trade, dude. Did you get in on the Viacom trade? Look at that trade. Oh, you son of a bitch.
No, it's outside my price levels, but I did share it with other people who do trade at that level. Like anything, I try to get something that's $20 or under.
Yeah. Damn, that was a good trade. Fuck. Those people should be calling you up going stone fucking cold. Holy Jesus.
Yeah, that's an amazing trade. That's a perfect Adam and Eve bottom right there. That's the ideal Adam and Eve because you have two W confirmations on the breakout.
Yeah, yeah. Look at Eve. Eve. Now, what would you say? Would you say? I guess this. I wonder. Too bad Daniele isn't here. We'd get them all excited. But that's like a triple bottom Eve.
Oh, I was looking at like the larger pattern, right? Ideally you want to find the Eve that is kind of the same size as the Atom, right? And sometimes you do get these little ones, but once you get the bigger ones, that's a real good tell that you're in a bullish scenario. If that makes sense.
Is this Eve then? This huge thing is this what you're considering Eve?
Yes.
Oh, I see. And this is Adam.
Yes.
Hmm.
So if you can see, like, if those were like, if you were writing letters for your handwriting class, right? Those letters are about the same size.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was a good trade. I remember somebody on YouTube the other day was like, "Hey Brian, did you still remember that Viacom trade?" And I kind of forgotten about it. And then I saw it the other day, and I was like, "Fuck it, I just gotta go buy it. Just gotta go buy it. Just gotta go buy it. You just gotta go buy it. I just gotta go buy it. I gotta go buy it. I gotta go buy it." So I bought it. It's silly, Brian. Not much going on in penny stock land. Jeez, come on. Somebody kick the register here.
Yeah, I'll be hunting some ideas for tomorrow's SOF meeting.
Well, look at the red here in the fucking metals. Jesus, I got punched. Do you get any of that potash? Fuck me. Look at that goddamn potash. Jesus Christ. See, it's way up here now. Oh, yeah.
No, I missed that one.
This I don't have a commodities account set up just because I'm so fucking lazy. But and actually now that I suppose we're probably coming into let's see what the grains are doing here. Oh, they never did break down, so we're probably going to get one more push higher here right into early July. That's usually what happens in the grain market. So that potash company sure likes those guys. Their profit margins must be just staggering. Probably also too, if we should be looking at if the farmers are going to be making some half decent money here. We probably this is a potash company. At least I thought it was. Yeah, it says here. Maybe it isn't anymore. She's a strong buyer. Uh, oh, what's going on here? So they're just being bought out. Huh. All right, well, maybe I'll take him off the list. But yeah, these commodities, they look pretty weak.
I've broken the commodities down into industrial commodities and commodity monies.
Commodity monies. Okay.
Yeah, like gold, for example, is a commodity money. Right?
Mhm.
People go to gold during the fear cycle because it serves as a storehouse of wealth. So
Does it?
it's, well, classically it hasn't. It has. Doesn't mean future performance will be the same, but historically it has been that way.
Okay. What do you classify lumber as?
Industrial commodity.
Fuck me, look at that MRI go. Holy shit. What is that? Oh, Jesus, I gotta sell some more stock here. Sorry, David, I don't mean to be rude. And I was telling the boys earlier that I was like, I don't know whether I want to sell anymore, but fuck, this is getting ridiculous. So what is that? 684. Says 698 was the high. I better get my fucking order working. Isn't that funny? I bet you. I wonder if Kavarkinator got filled, because I think he said he was going to get his order working. That's funny, man.
So I have a megaphone working on that one.
Oh yeah, what's the target? Which is insane.
It's either like 749, 750, somewhere up there.
Yeah.
It came up and hit this resistance level.
Don't say that. I haven't got any fills yet. Don't say that. I gotta get the order working though. I don't want to talk.
But so the major.
I gotta turn you down, dude. I gotta get this order working. Sorry. If you want to talk to the audience, totally cool. But I'm turning the volume down.
All right. So the major resistance level that I'm seeing on the MRIN is at $12. That would be the top of the atom. So we might see MRIN pop out through this megaphone ceiling and hit that level. And then this megaphone ceiling would act as a support level. And we get our 3 tags, 1, 2, 3 here. That's one tag of the ceiling, second tag of the ceiling. And we don't have a third tag of the ceiling, but that's where we'd like to see our breakout. Quite the amazing trade. Oh, and this atom would, if it gets up to there, this atom turns into a left shoulder. We have to get above this momentum level to confirm the bullish div for this inverted head and shoulder, like a huge inverted head and shoulder. So it's got to really get up there, and then come back down.
Okay, sorry about that.
So I was looking at this $12 top, which is the atom level.
Well, I'll take that.
And that would actually complete a head for a very large inverted head and shoulder. I have the momentum div here outlined already. So it's not in. For this head to complete, it does have to break above this momentum level.
Okay, where are you, Davido? Davido, there you are. 666, number of the beast. Oh, sweet. Yeah, that looks good. I'll take that.
Yeah, so if we can get up there.
670. Come on, don't tease me. 670, 671. See what we got here. Oh, they're gonna come up and get me. Are they gonna come up and get me, or are they just a big tease? Oh, there we go. 680, 75. Oh, they're gonna just tease me. They're just playing with me. I know they are. There's no way they're gonna fill me. Man, that's strong, eh? Actually, that would be a really good short right in there. Candle body highs. I bet you that they did that just because they saw my order and they just want to fuck with me. Anyway, I placed the order up at 689. That's my next double level. So we'll see what happens.
I mean, we can apply your gap theory here, right? And draw.
That could be a breakaway gap. Yep. And that actually, can you zoom out?
That'll be easier.
Igor says 1345 is alt bat PRZ.
1345.
Yeah, I could see that too. Yeah. I mean, it's just kind of fun what they're going to do. They'll probably screw around with me mentally here through the day because they just saw me place my sell order up there. So they're kind of just trying to fuck with me and see, and probably other people are going to be doing the same like me. I'm not really too concerned about getting a fill here. I mean, obviously it looks good on the book, so I'm not going to get too wrapped up on it. It's just great to see. I'll put an alert on it, and if we happen to get filled, great. If not, no biggie. And because I said that, my hunch is they probably will fill it probably pretty quickly. If I left it on here and moved to like a 1 second chart and started obsessing about it, they probably just want to fuck with my brain. Anyway, good to see. That was a nice treat. So you were telling us the secret of the universe there before I interrupted you, weren't you? I remember something.
Igor was? Sounds like Igor would have the secret.
I remember I was listening to you and I lulled me to sleep, and then I scrolled through my screen and I went, holy shit! Sorry, and I interrupted you.
No, I started talking about these megaphone levels and all that. I don't know if you heard me say anything about that.
Yeah, I saw you talk about that, and now Igor's thoughts on PRZs up top there. I mean, it makes sense. I'll probably have my next sell order working up here, I guess, at about 13 and a half, $14. So I'll probably get that next sell half on a double fill if I'm lucky, especially through the summer here.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
Thank you, Igor. Totally awesome. Hey, if you want to pop into this Battlestations room, anytime you want to join us, feel free. I know he doesn't have a microphone though. So.
You should have the funds for one. You've been killing it. All those harmonics.
I believe that he is stage shy. I don't know what it is about those Eastern Europeans. They don't want to come on. I remember we had one guy on the site and he never wanted to talk to us. Never, ever, ever. Holy Jesus, look at crypto stocks. Coin is just going for it. Coin's going to come up and say, somebody was listening to us about your neckline. Look at that. They're taking it right up to that goddamn neckline. Probably if you're a fan of this clown, you probably want to think about buying his stock too, eh? What do you think of that? We're kind of, would you call that an Eve there? That'd be an interesting one to see your interpretation of.
Let me get to your screen here. On MSTR?
Yeah. Mr. Wonderful. He's another, God, the characters in this space, man, they're just nuts.
What were you thinking as the neckline?
I didn't have one.
Oh, okay.
All I see is a really big, fat, wide double bottom there. And I wonder if that's enough evidence to call a bottom yet.
Let me pull it up on my screen, see what I see.
Do you see what I see? Actually, it's interesting because I was putting tweets out to that effect, and I see lots of bullishness in the cryptoverse. Which makes sense, too, especially considering all the negative FUD coming out. And Binance scrambling overnight. All right, this has nothing. And somebody really wanted to fuck with them when they put out that news article. Is really what's going on with Binance and that fucking ban shit in the UK has absolutely nothing to do with Binance itself.
So we definitely have a Wyckoff check here off this hammer here.
That's what you call Wyckoff check? That's about as much as we got here.
Yeah.
Full of holes too, eh? So I don't know. Probably come back down in the next couple weeks.
Like usually I would be looking for an Adam and Olga here, but I don't really see the right shoulder. I mean, you got W here, but that's like a really ugly W. Yeah, this is a bit funky here.
Man, I pulled a couple trades out of my ass recently. This Canadian bank put option trade just looks gorgeous.
The bearish one?
Yeah, look at that chart. It just looks so pretty. The signal came in right there.
I remember that had the some sort of E bottom top or something.
Yeah, I think my key reversal. So I don't know what you would call that top. Igor says, I'm almost ready with my English. There you go. Yeah, the amount of money you should be taking, you should have like 2 English instructors. We should probably call them Greta and who else? What would be? You know what? They're twins, and they're both named Greta. They happen to be topless. And they work really cheaply. And they'll teach you how to speak English very quickly. Because you are a highly motivated individual. No, they don't like that joke.
I'm just thinking, woohoo!
What do you think? Oh, yeah, I must have gotten a failure. Look at that. My stupid alarm thing didn't go off. What the hell? 697, 699, 699. I must be filled. Survey says, yay, I got my fill. Woohoo. Stone Cold Honky. Just sold half on a double. Man, that's a pretty damn good looking trading, eh? Jesus, who is this Beamish guy? Fuck me. Comes out of nowhere. It's trading like the wind.
And takes all your money.
That's evil. Dang. I'm going to get in trouble with fucking regulators. They're going to start going, you're making too much money. You're talking too much smack. I'm going to have to start shit. Actually, speaking of which, I got a fucking meeting with the government this afternoon about Liam. Maybe God's setting me up here. Jojo, what do you think? Are you trying to send me a message here? Wow, look at that. Actually, you know what, Jojo, this is what you're telling me right now. Jojo, you are telling me right now, Brian, have confidence in yourself. You are the man. That's what you're telling me with this image. So is that what I'm looking right at you, Jojo? Is that what you're trying to tell me? I should have confidence. I should stand up to these people and I should say, I want my family back. Is that what you're telling me? That's what you're telling me. That's what you're telling me. I'm listening. Sorry. Everybody got
a solid plan.
I'm going crazy. Oh, goodness. Oh, well. Now Brian's feeling a bit awkward now. Sorry.
Been following this megaphone on the NASDAQ, and looks like we're got a third tag at the top here. So that might be worth watching. See if we get a reversal here.
Man.
Clean this chart up a little bit for Tuesday.
There should be a lot of happy TRIers today.
I hope so. There's a lot of people chatter about the MRI and lounge.
Did you have any of this?
No,
Oh shit.
I thought I did. I ended up buying IMRN or the warrants on there, and I guess I was dyslexic about it and thought I had MRIN as well. That's all right. There's plenty of other opportunities out there.
Yeah, I mean the great part about it is you got the fucking skills. So just next boss. Sorry if I'm a bit preoccupied here. Actually, it's kind of cool. We've got like different shifts now. So first thing in the morning, I get to hang out with the Europeans, and then later on in the morning, I get to hang out with the Texans. And then actually Texica but where's Kevin? Kevin kind of disappeared here today. But now I'm hanging out with the good citizens of the great state of Texas. Right? It's a very different atmosphere, that's for sure. Like the Europeans. We just sit and make jokes about J-Lo booty bottoms. Yeah, and that's interesting because my day, technically, once the daily briefs are done and shit, because I have just about showtime, eh? So technically, my day is pretty much done just once these videos are over.
Oh yeah, 15 minutes until shit time.
Anyway, always nice to make money from trading.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice to have be on that West Coast time because you trade from. You do have to wake up early, and that part sucks. But you do have the rest of the day available to you after the trading day is done.
You're thinking about moving out west here?
No, I'm just comparing the time frames, right? Because
it's a weird life. It's not healthy. I think it would be better just to live a very normal 9-to-5 life, and then you sort of live with the rest of the species. Like living a trader's life here out on the West Coast, it's just not normal. Especially in the winter time. Here, like in the wintertime, the sun doesn't come up for till 8 o'clock. So if you get up at 4 or 5 o'clock, technically that means we're working for 3-4 hours in pitch darkness. It's brutal.
Yeah, but then once the market is closed, you still have 4 hours of the sun available to you or more during the summer times, and that to me that sounds awesome.
Okay.
Right, because you can do the work stuff in the dark, fine, so be it. It's work stuff. You're focused on something else anyways, and then after that, you get to go experience the sun and enjoy the day.
Cool. Well, if you got a half decent place there, I mean, this condo is a nice 2-bedroom place, and I pay about $2,200. If you want to switch for 6 months or something, that's fine by me. I mean, these condos are kind of generic. They're pretty dime a dozen. Only problem, right now, it's 8:46 in the morning, and right now it's 30 fucking degrees in here. At 8:46 in the morning. So that means it's in Fahrenheit, it's 92 degrees.
Yeah, I was going to ask if that's Celsius or what.
So and yesterday, I actually saw this thing hit 40 degrees. So that's 115 degrees. I've never seen it this hot in the Pacific Northwest in the entire time I've lived here. Never seen it above 40.
Are you guys dealing with that same drought out there?
Well, I mean, like where we live should be a rainforest. So the fact that it's not raining every day, and like basically June should be a very rainy, cold month, and there hasn't been any rain. So I can definitely see the amount of precipitation and the temperature of the atmosphere. It's changing. You know, we used to get our weather directly over the Pacific, and of course, you know who's on the other side of the Pacific, just doing what they're doing to the atmosphere, and of course that basically comes straight to us. So you know, you can definitely see the atmosphere is changing.
Hey guys.
I don't, honestly, I don't even think that this is going to be that desirable of a place to live shortly. This may, because Southwest U.S. I mean, God, unless you are right on a water source, it's like it's like it's absolute, bone dry. And that's the way it was when I was there. I'm sure it's even worse now.
Yeah, there's definitely changes going on. Texas had a drought for like 8 years, and then the last 2 years we've started seeing rain coming in. And this year there has been a lot of rain.
Well, that's good.
Weeks of rain.
That's kind of good because like where Kevin lives, that used to actually all be really lush. So maybe the water actually comes back for you guys. That would be nice.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Hey, there he is.
Oh, sorry. Sorry about that. I had a surprise visit.
Want to. I guess we want to go do daily brief and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm getting it set up right now. I just had someone stop by.
All right, I'm gonna hop out of here. Always nice chatting, of course. Or do we want to use the same room?
No, this was Kieran's room, so we should probably just. I'll send you a new one in a minute.
Talk to